Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Yep.
Yeah, stomp crazy.
Yeah. Oh, what? Why?
I heard stomp crazy.
Oh, are they up there stomping?
yeah.
Wow, there, you know. Is it the... Are we going to talk about that?
The leak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are some... Oh, my Travis. Hey, welcome to the show. It's A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha Butler, our good friend Seth Petrozelli on news. It is a brand new year, 2021. Wow. We're going to do our goddamnedest to distract you today. And I know. From
How
what?
shitty life is.
From what? No, it ain't shitty. We're going to make it better today. Look, if Mr. Negative, Daniel Dennis, can be in a positive mood, we're going to have some fucking fun today, guys.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Wow,
Tom's
an hour.
on Team Fun today?
We're going to start by pulling our dicks out. Yeah.
Fun Friday?
So we had a mystery leak in the office this week.
Yeah. Well,
Look,
and
I'm the leak detective here.
You are.
Yeah.
You are.
Well, yeah, it started with Samantha when
Yeah.
the first day back, which was Monday of our break. We basically took almost a 2-week break at the end of the year. And I don't know. Thank you to everybody that thanked us for the award show. Thank you, Samantha, and everybody that.
Thank you for thanking us.
I think it came out good. I'm glad people liked it.
I got a lot of email about it. People liked it. The only complaint I got was either too short or too many songs. But other than that, really zero. I mean, everybody, we worked really hard on that. So and I think it showed.
Yeah, and I think we'll do it every year now, and it'll be a lot easier because now we're cognizant of put that in an award show file. Yeah. So anyway, I'm sitting there. Was this after? Okay,
I don't even know. I had gone home for lunch, so I went home to see.
Let's start with Monday when I walked in and it stunk like hell in here.
It did. It stunk really bad in here.
I don't know if anybody's interested, but our schedule, basically, it's now really cemented into T&D Media, where we've had it for about 2 years now, or a year and a half.
I want to say
Samantha's been
maybe
working
really
with it.
well done about a year. I'd say. Yeah. But now we have such a fucked out system that we are what we hated in radio. We just show up and you're like, God damn, this fat motherfucker is this fucking sleeveless fat fuck and he's fucking shit.
I usually have a no fun policy at work where everybody's
come in
quiet.
Here and it's quiet. And I turn my music off because I don't want him to know I'm having fun. I was in here listening to ska this morning. I'm skanking to the beat. And he walks in and he's like, yo. And I got to turn my music off. And then all you hear is...
You guys should all have headphones in and listen to your own thing.
I brought my Apple headphones here, but I thought because normally he'll be like, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. We couldn't do that
never
because...
hear me.
It would be like when I try to do the dishes with headphones in, and then every time I put one in and hit play on my podcast, the crow starts crowing.
Yeah, no, Andrea
and then I'm like,
do
what? And then I have to take my phone out, push pause, and then I take my earbud out, and she's like, never mind. You obviously like listening to those podcasts more than talking to me. And then
you understand.
And then I don't play my podcast for a while, shamed and silence, and then I get mad. And I'm like,
do you put the ears in?
Huh?
Do you put the ears into, or do you leave them out?
No, I leave them out to show her.
No,
but then I'm in silence.
But if
then
she's
I'm like,
not talking, you should
yes.
go, well,
yes.
you as you were saying.
So then I say, well, why am I doing these dishes in silence? This is miserable. I just want to listen to my podcast.
Is this at night? Like after, like
yeah, this is most nights.
Do you guys have music playing at night? Like I have my Hey Google playing.
Yeah, we play music everywhere.
Yeah, like I'm eating, there's like fancy music playing. As I do the dishes.
I mean, you're
I'm
gonna.
serious.
It
makes it feel regal.
Hey, real talk. Real talk.
Well, Seth, when you get in a real mature relationship.
Living with
no, I'm just saying when, like, it's like a real long-term serious.
Not all of us have a girlfriend who loves BTS. We're bopping around. I love BTS too.
I was so embarrassed the other day. I did something bad in front of her.
I'm eating my own shit. I'm sorry. I love that.
But I'm saying you just learn to settle into like, hey, we're roommates. We're gonna listen to our own.
No,
stuff.
but like real talk, you're gonna have to start clarifying, man, because this whole I know that your wife can take a licking and keep on ticking, just like you. And I know the MO of the show is here comes Tom with another tall tale, and let's tell it and blow holes in it. Ha ha ha! It's so funny. But this whole crow shit's out of control, man.
Why?
This shit. The number of emails I get daily of people saying, "God damn, Tom's miserable." I got a voicemail before we went on the program. I'm gonna give you one from a drunk man.
Okay.
I got a voicemail from a drunk man, literally.
That doesn't sound like one of our listeners.
I know, but I have to play it because this guy,
I'm just telling you about the bad stuff.
Just listen to this.
Hi, listen to the BDM show from this week. Awesome. I've called only a few times, but every time I call, it's the same thing. So, Lauren Butler is crazy. Back off, Tom Vann. Of course he has issues. That girl is caw.
I like this man. Sir, call in.
I say that is piping hot. That is fresh off the bat.
I like this man.
That man is going to his security guard job drunk off his ass. He is literally hammered.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna show him.
His bullets are rolling at every stoplight. His bullets are rolling to the floor, but he's picking them up and putting them into his gun. That's what's happening. And that man, you got to stop, man. You got to do something. You got to communicate.
You're painting a bad picture of your wife.
I'm just telling you. Well, first is my side. Well, she told you.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, you guys know. Imagine how miserable she is. She got to deal with me 10 times worse.
You're the opposite. Most people post all the great and wonderful things on social media. You're the opposite. You just show all the negative.
No, really, you see him on social media. It looks like I have a wonderful life.
If
you look at my Instagram, I'm not shitting you.
I've been waiting to clown on you. So
I'm building a life that's unbelievable.
We hear all of these stories, right? We hear all of these, and we hear like the crow, and the crow's yelling at me, take the earbud out. I scream.
And the orb stuff.
Yeah, the orb, the vein in the forehead.
By the way, I finally put it back in just so she can start talking to you.
Right, well, his wife will post things like, so you see all of this, and it's caw, that guy, he's drunk. And then his wife will post things like, Max says, the only thing in the world that lasts forever is love. And then it's like a beautiful picture of the boys on the beach.
But like he didn't really say that.
Yeah, he did.
Kids don't say that.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
Max,
they do. Yeah, it's like sensitive. He's a sensitive lad.
Here's the
but my point is that they're sharing the lovely things. They're sharing the glorious thing, and that's what I do. I don't share that I don't share that I whisper to my wife that my daughter's a fucking bitch. I don't share that. When she's like, I only want to hug mommy because daddy stinks.
But by the way, Samantha's half right.
I got off the Peloton. Yeah, I stunk. Because I'm trying to not be fat and live long so I can see you get married.
Yeah. She should understand that.
You're half right with he didn't really mean that, because it's like when you see your dog and he moves his head and you're like, look, he's curious about what I'm doing.
I'm in a Facebook group that's literally called That Child Didn't Say That. Yeah, because all these parents post ridiculous shit kids say. That's like philosophical shit. Like,
but they did say it, but they didn't mean it.
They don't even know what they're saying.
Yes,
they said something that they meant that.
I just wish Maisie would say something philosophical this week, and I put it in our group chat. She did say this. Andrea will back me up. She says, I think I see some hair on my vagina.
Oh my God.
She said that?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, you want to know the other one I got? We're playing I Spy. I was going to save this for later. We're playing I Spy. You'll love this. This is why she'll need to join your dojo.
Yeah.
We're playing I Spy in the house, and Maisie goes, I spy with my little eye something brown.
Oh, no. Nice.
And Andrea is like, okay, living room table? No. Dining room table? Maggie the dog, your favorite dog. No. A fart. That was what she farted awesome. Right on her mom. Right on her leg.
Wet. She farted on her?
Yeah, and then said, a fart. And then laughed and left. She is she's
I like her.
Chip off the old block. Yeah, she's going to join the dojo.
So I forgot about the leak. So Samantha comes in Monday and she's like, it
smells
stinks.
like a wet dog in here.
It smells like a wet dog.
I couldn't smell it.
Then Tom thought it was the sandals.
COVID.
Yeah,
then you were.
I was like, we all can't smell.
And then he made me sniff his sandals.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, you definitely have COVID now.
No,
and he gets off on that. Was he jacking it while he did that?
I took off my sandal and smelled it. Then I made
Travis
Travis smell it.
Then you ran around the room, and then you were like, "Oh God, damn it!" And you put him outside.
And then we're like, "We can't smell anything." And then
I can't believe that Butler didn't smell it because he smells
everything. Yeah.
So then was it the net?
Can you smell now?
Yeah, no.
I can't smell 14 days ago.
You know, before I come every single time, I get anxiety before I walk in here. Like, this is gonna be the day I get it.
Yeah, I'm surprised. It's been a long time. I'm surprised you haven't.
Yeah. I know, because I've had it twice, and I had the one, and then I had the mutagen.
Oh,
I had the one that mutated.
Half our BDM.
Daichi has it right now. I think Daichi has it right now, but he hasn't been around me.
Who's that?
The person that lives in my mother-in-law suite in back.
Oh, the guy. I'm excited about you to your house.
Why
it's not in my house. It's a separate unit behind me.
Yeah, but it's
he could be coughing across your pool.
I have kept my sliders closed, honestly, so it doesn't waft in.
So anyway,
COVID.
Samantha's like, it stinks in here, smells like mildew. We're like,
there must be mildew in the atmosphere.
Then we blame the fish tank. We're like, I think it's a fish tank.
Yeah, we blame everything on the fish tank.
Yeah, that thing does stink. If you know that thing will stink. Mine used to stink.
Yeah, ours
ran dry.
There's nothing in there, so I don't think it can stink.
So everything's dead.
So then, like 2 days later, me and Butler said, was it during lunch?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were sitting there during lunch, and Butler's talking my ear off about some cockamamie thing, or telling me about Star Wars because now he knows my sons are interested.
Yeah.
They just never stop talking
I
about
can
Star
make
Wars.
you some mini helmets if you want to. I can put a nice patina on them.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He's like, they're about this big, 1/20th replica.
I mean, look, you don't want to buy the big
please.
ones if you don't know how into they're going to be. I mean, what do they want to be? True Mandalore? Or maybe that somebody had gifted them the armor because they had earned it in combat.
And I'm eating my stinky, miserable lunch that I eat every day. I hate.
And it stinks too.
Yeah.
By the way. It adds to the stink of the office.
And Butler's like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "What?"
Now he's got sonic hearing.
Because I'm always waiting.
Transferred to here.
Meanwhile, I'm at lunch with my wife, and she's, I don't know, telling me something about how she found a wet pair of boxers.
She got shit on by your dog.
No, she found a wet pair of boxers in the what do you call it? The dirty hamper.
Why were they what?
From your training, right?
Because I was taking care of stuff.
So why were they? Hold on, I actually don't know what you mean.
I took care of things.
But there's that. They're wet.
They were the closest thing.
They're fresh wet.
Yeah, but how wet were they? I mean,
what are you, Johnny Carson joke? How wet were they?
A tiny dot of wet.
Look, we got fucking Milton Berle over here. He's gonna dress up like a woman, big fat dog.
Anyway, Butler's like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "What? They're gonna come to kill us!" And then he's like, "I hear something." He's like, "Be quiet." And then we're hearing like. And then we're like, what the hell is that? So we go up to the wall.
It's a bomb!
Yeah. And it's me trapped behind the wall. I'm like,
and they're like, it sounds like something's dripping behind the wall because there's no way.
God, it's the corpse of Daniel's wife! Exploded his. Oh my God! It's horrible!
Oh my God!
Smell.
The time Andrew
Smells
came,
like a goddamn pizza.
it was Daniel dressed as Andrew the whole time. And then a flashback. It's like the usual suspect. I see you. Anyway, so
who blamed?
No, I just turned.
You just turned.
I coughed into my arm and it
this guy. Oh man, this guy.
He has to turn toward me.
So then Butler's like, I think it's hitting the outlet box behind the wall.
And
then
sure
I swear,
enough, you could hear it.
I swear to God, he's like, I think it's hitting, and I'm like, oh shit, that ain't good. And then he reaches slowly to touch it, and it was slow, and I didn't tell him to stop, and I was watching him do it. He's like, yeah, I got it.
And that's when I walked in. And I'm like, what the hell is going on?
And then Samantha, and he's like, hey, why watch this. I get electrocuted. And then I kicked his hand off and don't touch it again, you idiot.
Jesus Christ.
And then I'm like, let's see if we can look in the drops.
That was his job interview.
No, then I saw the carpet was completely saturated on the ground.
Yeah.
That's my
under
fault.
the printer.
Smelling mold.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
fault.
So
I
it was
piss under the printer every day. I've
gonna
tried.
say,
When we first got here, Tom put my pee-pee pads under there, and it's a habit.
I guess so. Then we were like, oh shit, like something's dripping behind the walls. Like, and so the drip stopped, and we then concluded that it must be coming from the upstairs neighbors. And then,
Good job with that.
well,
It's got to be coming from up.
God damn it.
God,
It's a sad day in
Especially
2021.
You know,
Once Seth starts
I'm gonna
clowning
be
me,
honest with you.
yeah.
When you have a chief meathead clown you that bad, you deserve the shit out of it. Well done. Well done.
And so then we send Butler up there to the neighbors to talk to them. He has some sort of weird
You know what
altercation.
was weird?
They forced you to come inside, right?
What's weird is that
They're like,
Butler,
"Come back up,"
as a
shut
chopper,
the door.
it was making me uncomfortable. I would have done it, and I think anybody here would have done it, but I don't think anybody here wanted to do it, right?
I'm not
I
going
won't-
inside
You send the
somebody's
minions
house.
to do that.
I would do it, but Butler was like
I would never do it.
excitedly,
Oh,
seemingly
he loves it.
excited to
Well,
do
he
it.
gets to chop it up.
So
Yeah,
he
he's
was
gonna-
he was collecting all his data. He's like, okay, it's dripping from here.
Yeah.
And he was doing like all of his like, okay, got it. Okay, got it, boss. And then he takes off.
Yeah,
like,
then
fast.
then she called you in, and then she took you to the bathroom, right?
Yeah, she
All
tried to take
right.
that.
Yeah,
She took
I've
me
seen
upstairs.
this. I've seen this.
And there's a language barrier a little bit.
Yes.
It's usually as Lisa Ann in it though.
No, because
since
if
retired.
you listen to the BDM, there's the same lady that I had this awkward confrontation about the mail.
Oh, you stole her
I
package.
Well,
she thought I stole
and
her
it's
package.
also culturally, they don't ever ask us to do anything. It's more of a tell. You know, like when I met with her.
But I don't think she means it.
Yeah, I don't want to do the accent. I mean, I will if I have to,
Do the
but I
accent.
don't want to do the accent because when I met her, she was
stereotype,
like, "You get packages, you put packages inside. We're not here."
Oh,
See, it doesn't sound as good when I do it like that.
You had a little accent in there at the end.
I saw,
I
It was
slipped in it.
peeking
I
through.
slipped into
I
it.
saw Seth's 2 fingers move towards his face. he wanted to do it. So she called you in the
Yeah, she
bathroom.
was stern. She was like, "Get in." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, shit.
And I was like, "Okay." And so then she hustled me upstairs, and I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Went into the bathroom, and all loose tiles, by the way. not a bit.
Well,
of
yeah.
grout.
That's weird.
Not a bit
That's
of
how
grout.
that's how I run mine. I like them to float.
Floating
Freedom,
tiles.
freedom for
Like,
tile.
You're stepping up like.
Wait, they're not.
They weren't grouted in.
Grouted. No,
No.
grouted, but are they?
No,
Weird.
That's
This is a nice.
Almost
place.
had like the T's. You know when you're tiling, you put like the little T's in
Yeah.
between the tiles to keep
Yeah.
the shape
Yeah.
like that
Hey, here's that.
but without the T's.
without the T's.
That's weird.
So
You
they
know
shifted.
those tees. Every time I see somebody, this is why I'm stupid. Every time I see somebody tiling and I look at the tile and they have the tees in there, I go, "Those are those things that keep the pizza box from touching the cheese." Every time, every time, and I'll do it until I die.
And then she told you that like
Well, she was like, I just took the baby
Don't
just
do
got
it.
out of the bath.
yeah.
Baby just got out of the bath, and that could be the problem. I was like, well, yeah, obviously. She was like, yeah, the bath overflowed. And I was like, what do you mean? I was like,
Yeah.
why's your baby overflowing the bath?
Well, she
One.
was trying to kill it, Butler. Jesus
No,
Christ.
no, it's the top drain because it happened at my house too. The little top drain part. My niece used to take baths, and her bath is right above my kitchen.
And it's that little
So
drain,
little
at the
drain
very
at the
top.
very top.
Yeah.
So you should sit in it, and some would spill over it, and I guess it would. It wasn't sealed all the way, and would drip. And it big drip marks in my ceiling.
I would hang my G.I. Joe's hands from there because there was like a little area for the water to go in so it wouldn't
Oh, yeah, so it
overflow.
wouldn't-
And there was a hole, so I would hang my G.I. Joes from there like it was like a crevasse
Yeah,
or
like
like
a-
is it something,
like
you
a
know?
cave you sold on.
Yeah, like a thing. Yeah, I remember playing on that when I was a kid.
So we had to call
stupid.
Emerald Plumbing, and they
did.
took care of it. Shout out to Emerald Plumbing.
Well, they did take care of the first time. They came and then the lady was
She
like,
was
"Well,
mad
my
at
kids
him."
are napping. You're not going to do anything now." I'm like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah,
let's
well, we
just let
don't-
your whole
yeah, yeah.
fucking house flood."
So okay, it's the beginning of the year, and I feel like the majority of people have some sort of not really resolution, but at least some sort
A
of
goal?
a goal or idea, or like how they're gonna change moving forward. And I don't know why or who started. I guess it's just like. And next year is like it
New
makes
beginnings.
sense. New beginnings, because I don't know, it must have been going on for forever through humanity or whatever. But even though I realize like most people like set these goals and then stop doing it,
Yeah.
it fades out or whatever. I even do it every year too. Like I think everybody does, where they're like, "All right, I'm doing this." And my whole thing was like, wake up early every day.
You've been doing a good job, I think.
No, it's already started to fade. I know it's Friday.
Fair enough. I was going to pay you a compliment. Monday and Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday were good.
Daniel, you stopped drinking.
I did.
Right? I'm
going to do the shot for the show, but I haven't been drinking, so
do a shot of water with me. Don't ruin it.
No, it's not gonna ruin it. It's just a shot. I want to see what it feels like after 8 days of sobriety.
8 days.
Good.
Oh
Yeah. Why? Is it gonna feel good?
No, 8 days is not a long time. I just go months.
No. But I can do months. Last time I did 4.
Samantha,
or 5.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
have you kind of had any resolution? You haven't mentioned it, right?
No, I don't do that.
Okay,
shit.
yeah. Right. See, I like that because it's because everybody inevitably has all the and the worst part is when they like EJ, we were clowning them last year when they tell you about it.
It's unattainable.
Yeah. And because if you start announcing it, then everybody knows you failed.
Well, like what EJ was talking about, he was going to do like 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 pull-ups every single day. That takes a very. I mean, that's at least. At the fastest guy, you're a workout man. I would say Joe fastest. That's at least an hour of if you're going to do them right with good form and drinking water and right.
100 push-ups like somebody in shape can.
No, I'm talking about a blabo. I'm talking about like if he's really taking a sign, it's going to take him a very long time to do that.
45 minutes it should take about. Maybe.
So basically,
the pull-ups are the hard part.
Pull-ups are brutal.
I want to talk about this because if we were doing the same thing every year, I was like, I'm going to wake up every day. In my mind, I was like, I need to focus on discipline. If I get myself more disciplined, my whole life I've been undisciplined.
Oh, you got a disciplined master right in front of you.
Motto of my program.
And I have some questions for you about this. And then I thought to myself, because I want to go to sleep early, get more sleep, and then drink less and that kind of thing. You know, it's hard.
I can help you with that.
But then I thought to myself, if I set a goal of just set my alarm 6 a.m. every morning and then just get out of bed, force myself, start the day, then everything else should be, I'll be more tired to go to sleep earlier. I was hoping that would be the one thing that I was going to do. So anyway, I first on Friday, obviously, after New Year's, like New Year's first, I'm like, well, I'll start on Monday. This weekend doesn't really count.
Right.
Right. Then on Monday.
It would have needed to end on Sunday and then the first day of the year be Monday for it to actually count.
And then I was gamble crazy, too many White Claw. And then that night I was like, let's start at 6:30. Don't be crazy. Like, it was just, start at 6. Then I did 6:30 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then Thursday, I slept in a little bit. I forgot to, I put my phone on charge in a different room.
Like a 6:45.
Then this morning, I'm jumping out of bed screaming, no time for breakfast, get you to school. I'm panicking. It's back to my old ways.
Yeah.
So it took 5 days. I failed already. And so I want to talk about willpower and discipline because I started thinking about it. I was like, why is this so hard? Because all I had to do was just wake up when my alarm went off. And then I think it's like this for everybody. It's like if you're on a diet, it's like all I have to do is not eat poorly. So easy. Just don't do something. That's what and then people start off strong and then they fade off and stuff. And then it's like all I have to do is exercise every day, or all I have to do is read a book every month, or whatever your goal is. But it's so hard to force yourself to do it.
Yeah.
And then that comes with like willpower. But to me, and then I started like, well, how do I increase my willpower? Right? Because
I think you have a finite amount.
Well, or that it's ingrained, and this is my theory too, because I started thinking, I was like,
there's some genetic possibilities with
is
that,
it
sure.
because like if you said something, how do you get bigger muscles, right? You just lift something every day and increase the weight. If you know what I'm saying, like it's pretty like straightforward, right? I mean, everybody knows how to get bigger muscles, right? You lift and then you increase the weight.
And you do steroids.
Or whatever it is.
You pump them up.
You just lift heavy things every day.
And then you take, wind straw.
But how do you...
Bicep implants.
And then what else? Yeah. So you got to dehydrate yourself to look more cut, right?
How do you increase your willpower?
Well, the problem with this is... to increase your willpower, you have to do things physically that'll help you get mentally strong, obviously, which is what the willpower is. One of those things is to get more sleep.
All right. Her first goal's wrong already. It shouldn't be getting up early. It should be going to bed early. Because then you will be able to get up early.
What time do you go to bed?
About like midnight, 1 a.m.
He's going to bed at like 1 and then wants to get up at 6:30, and I think that's late.
Fuck that.
Well, I figured after...
It's got to be reasonable, dude.
Yeah, it's gotta be reasonable.
I understand.
Is 10:30 unreasonable to you? Is that a baby?
Woo,
That's baby,
that is
right?
baby.
I
can't do it.
But
You just have to hold yourself accountable.
Yeah, I go to bed at 10:30. I think that's normal, man.
Whip yourself when you
I'm eating dinner
don't wake up.
I'm asleep at 9.
Yeah.
But Seth,
I mean, I
describing...
think most people go to bed around that time. I don't think most people go to bed at like midnight.
So this is my problem, though. All like people like Seth and motivational speakers and people that are like driven and work out like this.
Yeah.
They always tell you these things like you got to hold yourself accountable. You got to do these things. But I'm just like, but you need willpower to do any of this to begin with.
But
and I'm like,
my willpower.
Too weak.
Sorry, I don't mean overstep. My willpower comes from knowing that me disciplining the way I eat, the way I don't drink, the way I'm holding myself away from certain things that I know will be amazing, and maybe have just a bite of cupcake. What's the big deal? I know the reward on that one day a week that I get to have it. You feel that much more excited and better about it.
Like you earned it.
Like I earned. Oh yeah, like I
if
just
you
went
do it true.
Like I went through a trial,
Right.
a tribulation, something very hard, and then I fucking earned that thing. Like that's like my reward. And it's like such. That feeling is such a good feeling, other than just you can have it. Oh, you can eat a cupcake every day. I can eat a cupcake every day, great. But that one day on Sunday when I get to eat it, oh my God, it's it's 10 times better than the cupcake on each one of those.
And
days.
you need, but you also need, because what you're talking about is in a weird way you're going to need to be, and I don't think you are. And I'm sorry if I'm getting a little deep here, but you're going to need to be a little selfish to accomplish what you want to do, and you're not. And what I mean by that is within your family unit, you would do anything for every member of your family before you would ever do anything for you. So I don't feel like, you see what I'm saying? Like if you wanted to get up at 6:30 and accomplish things, if anybody else in your structure, if they needed something that is going to kind of diminish or keep you from accomplishing that 6:30 wake up time or 10:30 go to bed time, then you're going to defer to that. So I think you're always going to kind of fail until you just say, okay, this means a lot to me and I want to do this, and you got to you got to throw those boundaries.
I mean, that's what your goal should be.
Yeah,
is creating boundaries.
Yeah,
boundaries.
You need that more
break through the boundaries.
There's none to break through. There's none
to boundaries. Two things I disagree with.
But to strengthen your mind, to strengthen your mind, you actually need the things that you do to strengthen your body too. So you need proper nutrition, proper exercise. All those things feed your brain and the chemicals in your brain. It makes it easier for you to accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish.
But then it's like almost counterintuitive, because like to get a better diet, better exercise, you need the willpower.
Right.
And then a little bit at first, and then you build on it.
Can you do some sort of small exercises and build your willpower strength?
Yes.
Like, is that possible?
Edging.
Hi, listen.
Oh man.
Edging.
Okay, edging.
Yeah.
Okay, now explain to me what edging is.
You don't know what edging is?
We talked about this. I think you get to the point of
That's
almost
where
climax.
you edge your mustache down a tiny, tiny,
a gable.
Yeah, like a gable.
And then you do the sides.
Yeah, and then you do a tiny little, and then it's a baby chin strap. It's almost like somebody drew the beard on a girl for like Halloween.
So you're telling me that if okay, and then other listeners out there that are thinking
I'm just fucking talking.
No, but
I'm just saying that's something you can do to like almost at that reward and then pull back from it.
Yeah, but I do that a lot, and then I get to a point where like, oh my God, I've edged too much. I can't fucking come now. And then I'm like, I've ruined. Oh, my balls are exploding.
because
God, you just have to want it more than you don't want it. Anything in life, and if you want to get up that early, you'll fucking do it. You'll make yourself do it. Like I want to. Yeah, but I want to live till I'm 100. I'm going to train every single day.
Is it that you have this genetic trait that makes it easier for you than other people? Because that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm a badass.
No, well, seriously, if you like all of a sudden you see this guy be able to do math in his head, crazy complicated equations, or count the toothpicks or whatever. Like he knows all the numbers, and like you can't teach someone how to do that. It just knows that his brain works differently.
That's true, it's wired different for sure.
So are you and people that are able to do this? Brains wired differently than us normos that have so hard. Like it's hard for me to have the willpower to do these things you're talking about.
Yes, but there's a biological part to that, but then there's also a social part to that of how you were brought up.
Right. He had no boundaries and no discipline, which is why he doesn't have it now, which is why his kids don't have it.
From when I was 6 years old, I was like in like a traditional Japanese karate where it was like super disciplined. I got a shinai to my leg if I didn't like behave, if I got a bad thing on my report card. Yeah, it was like hardcore. So like from that childhood, that was ingrained in my head, playing sports all my life, being disciplined, because I know if I bust my ass today in practice, we're going to win the game or I'm going to win the match in wrestling.
All right.
So literally it's a social thing too of how you were brought up from a little kid and how your brain was wired from a kid.
Now, on the other side of it is if you have it too much, then do you become obsessed with discipline?
Oh yeah, I'm OCD.
And then
if I don't do good, I'm.
And then it goes too far the other way, and then now.
Oh, I'm definitely on.
What's the longest you've gone without working out?
24 hours. Seriously.
Jesus.
No,
in the past 15 years.
No, that's what I mean. I just wanted to get that out there so people know the level of discipline he has.
Yeah, if I go more than and it hasn't even been a day lately in the past year for sure.
Right.
But in 10, 15 years.
And then now is it a actual detriment to you and your
I don't know.
happiness?
I'm going to the heart doc next week to see.
Why? What would be wrong with your heart?
I'm fucking freaking out. I'm going to get upper endoscopy Tuesday. The following week, I'm having my a heart doctor, possibly an echo of my heart.
Oh my God.
I got blood work.
Don't say, oh my God, it's fine. He's fine. This is part of his hypochondria.
I know, but even I don't do this. So to see a different
I have all
degree,
my schedules and
to see a varying degree of it. I would never make light of it either because I know how that shit feels. But I'm just saying,
I'll make light.
I'm happy that I'm not that bad.
That's
okay to say, right? Yeah.
No, that's fine.
But I understand.
I'm the worst, I know.
I understand it. You know I understand
I know you do.
Is this because
especially if I get some, I can activate my own hypochondria now with sativa. Because sativa activates
tell me that because I just took a fucking half an edible first time before.
Sativa?
Before
Why would you do that?
Why did you do that?
You're gonna have a freak out.
Cancer!
Shut up.
Cancer!
Don't say that.
You hear that?
What's that? Something's tripping on the outlet.
Butler's burning toast and wafting it in here.
About 20 more. No, I took a hybrid, so that's my first time doing it.
Hybrids?
Those are the worst.
Hybrids freak me out, man.
Well, don't say that. I fucking will get up and walk out of the podcast.
This is a hybrid I can't show on the camera. That's a hybrid right there.
Okay, good.
But-
So you're good.
No, I'm not on it yet. I do it at the end of the show just so when I'm editing, I'm like, I can't on it!
Well,
I'm freaking
about 20 minutes, you'll know.
We got some shatter.
yeah.
Someone told me about that.
Where do you want to
Gonna
go?
pull your tits off. I'm scared of that. Anyway, so I just wonder. Okay, I was thinking of like, is there just, and we'll be done with it, I promise, but a small something mentally you could do each day and increase it till you get to the point where
Let's create something here.
mentally stronger that way. Because I don't think the majority of people, and I think this only because obviously look at society. Like most people can't have that level of discipline to achieve what they want to achieve. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like and like diet, exercise, all that stuff.
Oh yeah, we have a problem.
And I think it starts with just the willpower to do the things you need to do. Like it's not a secret. Everybody knows how to lose weight and how to stay in shape and how to be healthier. It's like
but executing it is
executing is the hardest part. Like you can have a million
absolute hardest part.
good ideas, and the execution is the hard part. And I
listened to a psychologist a long time ago, and he was very wise, and he said, take baby steps.
Okay.
You baby step, like how many drinks, honestly, alcoholic drinks do you have a day?
I mean,
Whatever, 3 or 4 or something.
Don't lie like you're your doctor.
Okay, no, just say that.
I don't know.
I'll be real with you. On New Year's
literally
Eve,
don't know.
I haven't
Not New Year's Eve, just a normal night.
8 drinks.
No, that's too much. No, 8.
I'm being honest.
Oh no!
I'm not gonna fucking lie.
No!
Eight drinks of what? It matters.
White Claw 70.
Okay.
No,
They're
it doesn't
3%.
matter.
Oh yeah,
No,
the
it does.
70s.
Because if I say I have 8 drinks of whiskey, that's different
No,
than
there's
8 drinks of
3%. Or I can do a 6-pack, maybe 8 Coors Lights.
It's just a calories. I'm concerned about.
8 Coors Lights, I think I can do.
Okay, but say you have 8 and up.
Well, then you could do. Okay, yeah.
The baby step is instead of saying, "Oh, I'm not drinking it," no, 0 drinks every night.
Wean yourself
Go
down.
to 7 drinks.
Yes!
Yeah.
7 Coors Lights.
No, at first.
That's fucking awesome.
And then you just
You heard it here first. You 7 Coors Lights a night.
Like for you, maybe set your alarm for like start instead of 6:30, do 6:45, and
Tracy,
then maybe
okay.
6:40.
See, Tracy, White Claw Tracy drank a 12-pack of White Claw yesterday. By the way,
God.
Tracy, you weighed 96 pounds.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way you drank a 12.
Well, she started early.
I guess, yeah. If you started like 9 in the morning,
That's
maybe,
what I do. Oh,
No,
yeah.
dude. White Claws go down fast.
Yeah, but if you have a 12,
I can't drink a 12-pack.
I had
and I'll
8
get
or
sick.
10 White Claws a night, and I feel like shit. Like the next, I mean, real bad.
I can.
That's
drink.
I peed the drawer.
That's the threshold. 8 to 10.
Normally-
8 to 10, I pee the drawer.
I don't pee the drawer, but normally I do end up falling asleep when I haven't wiped my butt.
Yeah. Okay. So
And when it's cold, I gotta wipe it cold.
Little stinky surprise.
Yeah, I gotta wipe it cold.
we'll take a break, but that
This
makes
is
sense
good.
to me.
Baby step.
I should start 5 minutes. You should have given myself 5 minutes a week until I got.
1%
And give yourself and for doing
You're
it.
right. You're right. It is that. He told us.
Tom's asking, please help, please help, please help. Oh, gee, you know, the kid with Down syndrome that just did an Ironman, 1% better. Yeah, just do that.
Yeah. I thought that was only for him.
But you gotta also reward yourself, Tom. You gotta reward yourself.
I was like, well,
Hey, anyway,
100%
by the
better
way,
every day.
Chris Nikic, did you guys see his
he got
documentary on Wesh?
Oh, really?
I watched
No,
it. Yeah,
I see
really
it.
good. It was really good. I'm proud that we had him in here, man. That's really. We're very lucky to have snagged that guy.
Dude, he
and his dad are awesome people.
He's going to do that Kona Ironman, and that's a super high. Like
you have to be.
my
You have to
brother-
be- You have to be invited. Yeah.
My brother-in-law was like, dude, this is a high
Yeah.
achievement and a super cool thing to be invited to, and like, and to see him that he's going to do that too is amazing, you know.
Yeah, it's super cool that he gets to do that.
Right, on a side note, give yourself a reward though for doing it after a little bit too. You have to have that reward system set up as well.
All right.
Something.
My reward: 5 more minutes.
Just something. Yeah, you can. Shit. Once a week, give yourself 15 more minutes.
5 minutes early. 5-minute reward.
Snooze.
No, I'm not kidding. That's serious.
Can I get one of those jackets? Those
Well,
karate
you don't take
jackets.
karate.
Well, I
You
want to
need
impress
to-
my sons. Like,
Oh wait, so you're gonna walk in looking like
Stolen
Archie
valor.
from Archie Comics?
well,
I like
Seth has
that
got a Letterman's jacket from his dojo, and can
My
I?
design.
Is it one of those things where only members of your dojo can wear?
Butler, did Butler Daniel
I
just
did.
ask me that?
I
asked me that.
wanted one too.
Yeah,
I mean,
and it made me think. Do I want to have it exclusive for just my members, or do I want to?
Well, you can do like
some money,
biker
make some more money.
You can do biker gangs and do the jacket that says like enthusiast or supporter.
yeah. Oh, you put supporter.
Yeah,
on
you
that,
put supporter. That's
Ally.
and everybody knows. Yeah, you're a fucking bitch. Like biker gangs, you see the guys are probate. You know, oh, you're trying to get into the gang.
yeah.
Put probate.
Maybe I'll just give my guys the jacket with the patch to put on it, and everyone else I won't give the patch to. That because I have a karate patch that you can put on it too. A couple.
Yeah, that would be better.
But I can get the patch, right?
Well, you got to do.
No, you can't. That
Some
comes.
punching.
It comes. That's from
Let me see.
Japan
Let me
all
see
the way
a kick.
down. You can't.
Give me a kick.
What do you want to kick a board? I can kick.
I don't know. Give me a kick. Give me your highest kick.
The
Oh,
highest.
yeah, let's see how high you can kick.
I mean, what kind of kick?
full of
Split your jeans.
What
and
kind
your,
of kick?
your big Danish mega dong will fall out.
Seth,
Throw
how
a
do
round
you do
kick.
that kick where
Throw a
you can stand and then they
You
do
kick
that,
straight up?
You kick your like
With a
3,
knife?
2, 1.
Tap
It's
kick.
like,
clock.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
touch kick.
Yeah,
Tap kick.
But the last one you try to do like totally 12
Really
o'clock.
straight up.
I would
Yeah,
like it if
can't
it
do
was
that.
like, zit, zit.
Can you do a standing kick?
Can I do a standing kick?
Yeah.
As opposed to a sit-down kick? What do
No,
you mean?
I mean
I
like
could-
how? Like okay, I'll try.
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
Here
here
we
we
go.
go. Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it
Here
now.
we go.
I'm
Ladies and
stretched.
gentlemen, Charlie Daniels, karate.
Just a
And
heads
he's
up.
gonna
Last
kick
time I
a
tried
fucking.
to
Don't
do
hurt
it-
yourself.
He's getting he's getting naked, everybody.
I saw a baby.
Yeah, did you see his abs?
I saw a little baby fupa.
Hey, no, he has that. He has that like tough man. Like,
Tough man chest.
Yeah, he has the tough man chest.
With the
And
saggy bottom
he's
part of
getting-
it.
No, but he's getting ripped up top.
It's the old man. It's the old man. It's the old man skin melting.
I'm an old man. What the fuck?
It's the skin melting.
He's not melting.
The bottom part
The
is-
bottom melts.
The bottom melts a little bit.
Oh, I got mine. Mine is like mine.
There's no way around that.
I am starting to look like a Golden Corral
Wait,
chocolate fountain.
Did you just stand up to take a shirt off, or what?
He got hot.
Okay, why when I stood up, it became obvious. Oh, we're gonna be able to fucking do the kick.
Do an easy one. Do a front kick.
I convinced myself.
He stood up and got lightheaded and had to sit back down.
Let's do a kickoff. Let's see who can do the highest kick.
Do an easy one, just a front kick.
That's not fair. A kickoff between a martial arts master and Charlie Daniels.
No, but everybody in the studio.
I broke my toe last
I
time.
can't kick.
You don't have to kick anything, just the air.
So
Butler.
I don't understand what kind of kick. Like what the?
Why are we even doing it? What is the point of this?
We just want to make fun of Tom.
Do the,
come on,
no
Seth. Join on with us.
Do the Hulk Hogan big boot.
That's
the front kick.
All right.
Yeah. If you keep talking to him, he will eventually do it. He's just that dumb.
Kicking Tom.
Okay.
Yeah, just sideways kick.
Don't kick this water.
I'm gonna kick towards my mic.
Oh my God.
Do you have a stand off? Don't kick my head.
Well, this way.
He almost fell.
Wait, first of all, I heard something pop.
Something
100% popped.
His ACL.
Something goes.
Are you
We
okay?
heard him.
Why did you do
We heard him
that?
bad.
I heard a snap.
Was that the snap in the jeans, or was that a pop in your hamstring?
The whole chat is like, oh shit, we heard that. Like that?
Yeah.
You can hear that.
Did you guys hear that?
Dude, your knee pop.
Yeah.
That's
why they're not used to.
I'm gonna see if I can hear it on this.
I don't want you to get hurt for real. Oh my God.
I'm gonna hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it.
You know what? It sounds like knuckles cracking.
Yeah, it does.
It sounds like someone's
I don't move my legs that much.
I don't move my legs.
I don't lose.
Forget my upper body where I need to go. I don't need anything else from
His leg just got a Peloton badge for first kick ever. That's the first time you've ever kicked.
Now we know why you can't
Who
skip.
kicks? No one kicks. Unless you're Seth, or
I kicked him my
you're
last
Seth
fight.
or your karate.
My last
Tommy.
self-defense on the street, I kicked just to show off, and he ran away because I did good kicks.
Really? You did the three?
I did. I kept doing high kicks in there. I'm like, come on. He's like, and he walked away like, oh yeah, whatever.
Hold on. So a homeless man came up to you, and then you kicked him away.
No, I was defending a homeless. This was my story when I was defending a homeless man.
Oh, what happened?
He hit a homeless guy in the head with some books, and the homeless guy came up to me.
He was dropping knowledge on him.
Who's got books?
I don't know. The guy had like a.
These are some mean nerds.
Maybe it was like a notebook or something. I don't know. He had a notebook. He had thick papers in his hand, like books, and he hit him. And the guy bummed because this guy hit me. I'm like, what are you hitting him for? And he bowed up to me, and I started.
You want some of these books, son? Yo, I'm about to give you. What is this? I'm about to give you some fucking romance novels, kid.
So he started yelling at you.
So he's yelling at me, squared up to me, and I squared off back, and then he picked up one of the rope, the VIP rope divider metal things, the poles. Yeah. He picked it up and started like coming after me with it, and I stepped back.
Was crazy.
Yeah, this is downtown. I stood back in my stance and I threw like probably 3 or 4 like high Moashi, get my round kicks in the air like bah. I'm like, come on. And he was like, he picks it up and drops it and walks away like
karate's always been better match against rope and book. You win today, but we will be back. Ninja smoke.
But it was the perfect example of diffusing a fight without actually hurting somebody by like showing fancy kicks.
Good thing you protected that bum from that the book of those VIP
whatever. The guy he came up to me at the time.
And the Congressional Medal of Honor goes too.
I'm a good person.
Seth's a hero.
Brand new song from our good buddy Mark Larabelle and his band Calpay. These guys are a rock and roll band. That's what I call them, but I guess you could say like progressive rock, heavy rock, creative rock is what I kind of like. And you're gonna
Larabelle has a band?
Oh yeah.
Where have you been?
That's how you knew that.
Pool.
Yeah, well,
he's got the life. My God.
Yeah, that guy. Well, if that wasn't enough to make you want his life, he also plays drums in a rock band. So enjoy this, and we will be right back. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. That is the Agro Lines with I'm now.
What's that guy we're interviewing? That
Traveling Robert.
Oh, Traveling Robert.
Yeah.
I guess that did sound kind of like Traveling. This is me, Traveling Robert.
We're gonna do that interview next week, right?
Who also sounds like Mr. Potato from Peppa Pig.
No, he sounds like Pepe the Shrimp from the Muppets.
I can see that too, which is probably what Mr. Potato from Peppa Pig was stolen from. Let's do our shot, everybody.
All right.
Butler. There you go, buddy.
All right. Happy New Year's. Here's a toast to the future, a toast to the past, to our BDMs. Let's not live life too fast. Suck in Fat Titties 90210. God damn it. I try to make it too fast. Yeah, how'd you guys like that?
All right, let's see how fucked up Daniel gets. 8 days.
That gave me the chills.
Yeah.
What was it?
Chills and thrills.
That was brandy they had. Apple pear brandy.
Oh, apple pear brandy.
Compliments of Hollerbox Willow Tree.
Our faces are no indication of how delicious that was.
Oh, it's
I feel like it
strong.
I feel like it needs to be chilled.
Cow.
That shit's harsh.
Wowie. Holy.
I think of the movie Clue when I hear brandy.
Now it's going to be a fun Friday.
Oh,
Blow your headphones off.
Jesus. Pete.
So, real quick before we do Seth's news, we have a new sponsor, the DeWitt Law Firm, and
On the go.
Just call.
On the go.
Just call.
On the go.
Just call Moe.com. He's a lawyer, man.
So is your business platform to now just steal all of Semantic sponsors? Because now you got Joe Byrne from Burn Pest. You got
that's part of the plan.
Yeah.
All of it. I mean, that's in the yarn.
On the go.
Just call.
It's injured on the go. I asked to go.
Just call Moe.com.
No, just
He's a lawyer, man.
anytime you're on the go anywhere, just call Mo.
Like leave your house, you call Mo.
Hey, Mo, what's up?
It's more for
I'm leaving my house.
If they're injured, he wants you to, if you're injured.
Well, you write the fucking song, then. What am I supposed to rhyme injured with? Injured.
You gotta go. Injured on the go.
No, I don't want to do that.
I mean, that it's awkward because Daniel, I asked Daniel to put that because we just want to put a little tagline
well, you gotta
on
write
every
the
show.
script there.
Yeah. Well, I said injured on the go.
He's
just
a
call
lawyer.
Mo.
It says he's a fucking lawyer man at the end of it.
On the go.
Just call.
On the go.
Just call.
On the go.
Just call Moe.com. He's a lawyer man.
Come on, dude. That's fucking good.
I don't know.
How about this one?
Just call.
On the go.
Just call.
On the go.
Just call Moe.com. Mo problems, Mo money.
He can get you the money.
Right.
I like that one better.
Both this is
Mo problems.
Oh, okay, yeah, Mo,
that's
okay,
right,
and then Mo money.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I like that one, but I think we have to add the injured part, like I said.
We don't.
Before
No, I mean,
you leave the
The
house.
whole idea is for it to be fucking memorable. Did you not listen to our award show that we did?
Well, yeah. I mean, you're
On
making
the go.
Just call.
On the go.
Just call.
On the go.
Just call Moe.com. So litigious.
I like that one. I like that one.
That one, I got horny.
I'll send him an email with that was like, hey, we didn't air these yet. Which one do you like?
We didn't air
Like, I don't like any of them.
We didn't air them.
Don't fucking lie to him.
Our advertising is done because this is horrible. And then we're like, I'm sorry.
It's amazing to me that you would ask me to do something and then I do it and then you shit on it.
I just said just a small
On the
tag.
go.
Just call.
You'll like this
On
one.
the go.
Just call.
On the go.
Just call Moe.com.
Need we say more?
Well,
There you go. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can get sued for that one.
and him.
No.
I was like, I just got a
Hold on. This one is
I got a letter from Winghouse.
Don't say it.
On the go.
They don't own
Just call
that.
Moe.com.
Need we say more?
That's my favorite one.
Is that you saying that?
I've never, and I even took my clothes off to do that. I tied a tube top.
All right, we'll figure that out.
How about this one? He's getting mad.
How many did you just do?
Stop. Everybody stop.
Just call Moe.com.
Need we say
That's it. There's the one. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. There it is.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does. No, it's good.
This is it. This is the one.
It's not even his tagline.
Just call Moe.com.
Need we say
Need we say Moe?
Yeah.
You think we're insane. They'd be like, what is this? What is it?
Play it again.
You want to get? He's a guest
One more time.
on the go?
Just call
My mouth fucking hurts.
Just call Moe.com.
Need we say
Why is that so fucking...
I think my job is done here.
This is the loudest that's ever left. Doesn't even sense.
Well, he's on an edible right now. I think it's good.
Hey, I made Christine laugh too. She's about to have her baby. She gets induced on Sunday. We love you.
Oh my God.
She's been in labor for 9 days.
Oh, I wouldn't have a bed in labor. She's been sitting in the hospital. I mean,
No, they sent her home. She's been sitting at home.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right. I'll send the email. All right.
No. Just send the last one.
You don't seem very happy about what I did. I hope that you don't look very. You don't look happy about the rollout.
We'll have
You
to do
know.
some tweaks on that, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. So Seth, you got some news? All right. Let's.
Can I have my intro song be that?
with your douche bro news.
Douche Bro News.
News brought to you by AmericanAirandHeat.com. Daniel and I have complete new systems. I'll tell you, even if you have like a semi-new system, you're like, I don't need a new one yet. Look at your ducts, because your ducts might be the original ducts that you got when your house was built, and you got one return. Like once they,
You're basically describing what you had to redo in your home, and your return was right near his entertainment center.
The couch was loud every time.
So imagine if you and your boys had settled in to watch the finale of The Mandalorian and you couldn't hear a damn thing that was being said.
We used to have to turn off the AC because it was too loud. And now they put
perfect.
Like they put all the returns in every single room, and it's in the roof. And it makes a lot more sense because it cools it draws the heat out instead of like if your returns on the other side of your house, all the heat that builds up in your rooms are just stuck there, in the ceiling. So anyway, talk to them and they'll take care of you. American Air.
Indeed.
I just installed the UV light on my AC.
Yeah, they do that. Yeah, me and Daniel got those.
Dude, you're gonna love that.
Real good, like the best one they make. So wait. You can't legally say I can't kills everything. But
you'll love it.
A lot of,
you get a bad blammer in the house and it's
it's not no, I did it in the dojo.
No, but you go in. That's even better. Then you go there and you turn it up and it'll take out the stank smell in the air. Like literally,
they got deodorizer.
I was thinking to get rid of all the fluid.
Well, we use it. It's a simple thing to use in the dentist household, and I know you use it too. You cook steaks in the house or bacon, and it starts to stay. You turn it up, it'll take it out of the air, and you turn it back down.
And then the UV kills
amazing
viruses and whatnot.
Electrostatic filters.
What do we got?
Can you adjust my camera first, Daniel? I just got
yours? Well, no, you're on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you're on.
I got a text saying I wasn't on.
Yeah, sorry, no, you're on. In the very beginning when you were laughing.
My boo was like, hey, tell him
Everybody wanted to see you laughing.
Who do you force to watch
I got too many buttons to hit. I apologize, guys. I'm sorry about that.
And he's like, let me know when they're not showing me.
No, I don't give a shit about that. She's probably double-clicking her mouse right now watching it.
That's weird.
Or it's like when you take the traffic court test online and the timer's going off. So she's scrolling. She's shopping online. In the background.
I'm gonna get a Zappos.
All right, what do we
she
got?
better be working. All right, a substitute teacher who's 20. This is on the BDM page that's posted.
Yeah, I saw this.
So I wanted to bring it up because it was interesting. A substitute teacher, she's 25, is charged with raping her 8th grade student after the 15-year-old's mom found photos and videos of the two together on the boy's phone. What do you think?
Oh man,
thoughts? I can go talk more. I just want to hear the double standards come out. That's all.
Well, these are I mean,
where do you want us to go with it?
Well, that's why I'm saying
traditional 90s. You want us to go 2021?
Yeah, here's what I
what do you want me to say?
I have a logical type of explanation for it.
The listeners would say, look, it depends on where we're at right now. The listeners I'm going to guess they want us to say that this is appalling.
Okay, let's say it both ways.
Yeah,
say it both ways.
This is appalling. It should not happen. These are educators, and our children trust them to teach them good things, not to take advantage of them and screw with their brains.
When an
so
adult,
this lady is the most vile and disgusting person on the planet, and she should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Yeah.
She's also fucking hot.
Woo!
So I'm just going to leave it there. That's all I'm going to say.
But you're 15. When did you guys lose?
I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to say the other
Would you
part.
think any differently if it was a 25-year-old man?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I will. Yeah, I'm a dad of a daughter. Yes, I'm 100%. Yes.
Just wanted to
so that's why I'm just stopping where I stopped.
I find it really strange that she pled not guilty when there are photos and video of her on her.
I mean, maybe she could say she did that, not guilty for the actual rape. Maybe that's what she's pleading not guilty.
I have a friend.
I think the video might be of them.
Them sexy.
I don't know.
Instead of saying statutory rape, they just said rape, probably to sensationalize because every news.
Well, you cannot give consent.
But they instead of saying statutory rape, they use just rape because the story gets more clicks.
Well, they know you're going to go to. But like, I had a friend that I used to go to concerts here in Orlando, like punk rock shows, who became a teacher, and then she went on to end up getting arrested for smoking weed and having sex with 2 of her students at a particular high school. And then, like, she fell off the face of the planet, right? Like, and I didn't know where she was. And then it was one of those scenarios where one day I get an email from her, and she's like, this is from a different account. Well, not an email. Pardon. I don't want to say anything that's inaccurate because this is true and serious. I got an email from one of her friends who said, I don't know if you remember blank, but I'm her friend. She is not allowed to use a computer to email. And she wanted me to send an email to see, it was like a check-in email. And then I went and I Googled and looked this person up, and I was floored. And there is a massive bucket loads of mental illness there. And it's sad. And but I do understand the statements that we all want to make, like, oh man, if I was a 15-year-old boy, I get it.
Yeah.
And I think everyone thinks that, but I think because we did have a female BDM that posted on that thread that she works in child psychology, and she's like, you'd be surprised how bad this.
I agree.
This kid up.
But I think it's up to the individual. Like, some kids could handle that and be fine in life if you had sex with a 25-year-old girl.
Yeah, but we make laws to protect.
I know, but some kids can handle that. It's just a psyche. But if you were 15, you usually lose your virginity. I lost it at 16. Say you lost it at 15.
But not to an authoritative figure.
There's also the huge fallout of like everything around.
They're still the little kids are still consenting to each other, which they're still mentally
different.
It's a little different, yeah. But
here's the problem because we're going to talk ourselves into a circle.
No, I'm not going to do it. That's why I stopped.
I don't even want to bring this up.
I believe I stopped with woo.
I said my real opinion when it was me, Travis, and Daniel.
I know you did.
So when I wasn't here,
and when I start my other podcast, what we say in the office,
he started by grabbing his cock, and he called it that, and he held his balls, and he goes, that's how he started.
I'm joking. And then we'll move on. But I think the ultimate problem is that we're all remembering ourselves as 8th grade boys, and we're thinking, when I was in 8th grade, I had imagined banging my hot teachers around the school, whatever, and I would jack off to it every night, and my fantasy was literally...
I wouldn't. I was kind of nerd.
My fantasy was what is described in this news story that is horrible, right? Because every 8th grade boy, not everyone, but a lot of 8th grade boys, it could be the male teacher or whatever, that had fantasies about having sex with their teachers. Yeah,
I had a math teacher that I thought was extremely attractive and pretty. Yeah.
And here's the thing, even girls have fantasies about it, right?
Yeah, having a crush on a teacher's...
It's up to the adults not to fuck with the underage kids, and that's a problem. But because the guys have fantasies about it...
You can't link the two.
We always look at it, and then we have an opinion, and then it's...
And then it gets... that's when it gets out of control.
And that's the problem, yeah. But, we've all... And then
we've
you
all
look
been...
at it,
I still remember her.
It's the Zach Galifianakis joke, die of high-fiving.
Yeah, but my teacher, like, I totally remember the teacher I'm thinking of. I totally remember the way that she looked and everything, and it's very weird that did you have a particular teacher that like?
Oh yeah.
That you does every do you did say
I did not, but there was an English teacher that a lot of the other girls had a crush on. But I did have a math teacher that was a female that would openly tell the guys in the class that when they're 18 she's gonna fuck them.
Oh my god!
Openly.
I still have fantasy. I think it affected me so much that I
fucked up.
Yeah.
Still like the older woman like seducing me fantasy. Like that's like I like that.
I do like a pencil skirt. I gotta tell you, I like it all squeezed in there, and I like a zipper down the back, and then I'll eat it from the back.
But anyway, so yeah, it becomes polarizing when you start
talking. We gotta stop talking about it. I'm sweating like a
horny
Michael
brandy.
Jackson.
I'm glad I brought it up.
Nice on
Turn the AC back down.
And Seth, also, and this goes for everybody, when you're having arguments online, the way it's almost impossible because the person that's going to read what you're writing to them is going to read it as if in the emotion they want to.
You're also screaming. Yeah, they're going to read it as if you're screaming it in their face.
If you're really passionate about it, call the person and have a voice conversation because the online typing fucking arguments never going to work.
Right. I mean, meet them in person for coffee or buy them a lunch.
No, I'm just saying that like humans have to talk to each other because our communications fucked up.
If you want to have this type of conversation, gather, I don't know, 50 or 75 of your closest friends and all get together really, really close and talk about it without masks.
Next story, Seth.
In a building.
Speaking of that, I haven't had one story on COVID this entire time just because I wanted to get away from it and not talk about it because it's all over the news.
Yeah.
But this one made me kind of happy and excited because of my anxiety lately. So, scientists at the University of Denver's Nobel Institute for Healthy Aging, in collaboration with 2 other research entities, have developed and tested a new and highly sensitive antibody test for COVID-19 that's so accurate it can predict if a patient will experience mild COVID symptoms versus a more severe symptoms.
Wow.
So they can... I'll keep going here.
No, that's cool.
The test is a breakthrough because it examines more viral antigens than most other antibody tests, and therefore can learn a lot more about a patient with symptoms. The doctor said, blah, blah, blah.
Weird. So are they saying that, because then how does that blood test account for, like, if you have lung problems or your age, or like it accounts for all that stuff? Like,
apparently it tests for
like
12
underlying
other
cancers and stuff, because I know anybody that's obviously dealing with other problems is going to have a harder time dealing with COVID, I assume. So it's like, does that take into account, like, is there genetics involved?
Do you want to know the degree of your cancer? Like, if they come...
this test I'd 100%
Okay, so they come to you.
That way I know if I'm being... Like how I'm being is ridiculous.
Yeah,
like
but if they come to you and they say to you right now, they say, you go to, let's say you leave this studio at, let's say 3.
Yes.
You go get your test. At 5:30, you get a call, and they're like, we tested you. You are susceptible to cancer, and at some point you will get cancer, the most aggressive cancer.
Well, then you could fight it early, though. They have these. They do.
You don't know when you're going to get it. You just know you're going to get the aggressive cancer.
My wife had to
bulldoze my gym and then just go on a tangent doing something crazy. I don't know what I would do.
There's already this test. Like, there's a bunch of genetic markers that you could test.
Is that the ones you get tested, and then if you're predisposed to, like, penile cancer, I can preemptively get my dick removed?
Yeah.
Or
that's called the Angelina Jolie, right?
Like, I know my wife, she had to get tested because her uncle had colon cancer, and apparently if you have that in your family, then you need to get tested for the trait to make sure you're not super susceptible.
They had to look at her butthole?
No, it's just a genetic test or whatever.
Do you nominate yourself?
And then if you have that trait and you're more susceptible, all you have to do is you just have to get tested more or start earlier.
Is there anything silly related to colon cancer? Like, okay, I'm just throwing it out there.
Polyps.
If we looked at,
that's pretty silly.
Well, the word is silly, but I'm just saying, if we looked at everybody that has colon cancer across the globe, and we looked at their butthole, and we're like, yeah, all of these guys have massive buttholes.
Oh, you mean like there's some
like
sort of
look, you have an enormous butthole.
Like a blue whale's butthole.
Yeah, like is there anything like that? They're like if you have a large dilated butthole that you are more susceptible.
Here's the problem though.
So colon cancer.
Is there a problem with this and the fact that if you get the test, you find out that like, oh yeah, if you get COVID, you're not gonna be you'll be fine. You know, obviously you'll be asymptomatic or whatever. But the problem is like spreading it, right? Still like still
that's fine to me. I can deal with that stress of having a mask on, which isn't a big deal to me, and not.
You're just worried every day about.
I'm worried every fucking day about will my asthma kick in when I get it, and will I be on a vent? Like I'm fucking scared to death.
Now
I don't give a shit. I'm a pussy. I'll punch somebody in the face. But
and this by the way, this is obviously the hypochondria and unreasonable worry. You know, like you shouldn't be that worried, but. Yeah, I understand. You just want, like we were talking about, like if you had a way to test yourself every single day, like blood test to find out all your organs are working right, you'd pay how much?
Well, he already pays. How much money do you think you pay yearly on medical bills?
Well, coming up the next couple months, it'll be at least $5,000.
And but it's worth it for
just with all my deductibles and insurance and all that shit. Yeah.
And but it's worth it to you because for peace of mind.
Yes.
Because the most.
Well, it's part of his process. I understand.
Yeah. Having all these, like it happened to me. I did it 3 years ago. I did the same thing. Like I got my heart checked. I got my stomach checked. I got everything checked. I got my MRI again, and then I was fine for a while.
Is there a way to cure hypochondria?
Kill myself.
Travis says no. Like, all right, Dr. Travis.
Travis knows everything. I don't know if you know this, but
there's a way
I'm
to
sure,
cure
of course,
irrational fears
of
other
psychologist.
things.
I'm sure there's maybe anti-anxiety meds I could probably take.
I'm sure there's like specialized therapy. I don't know that it'll fully go away, but I think you can like.
Why don't you try doing
Why do you think I got my medical card?
What about a deprivation tank?
No, but I'm sure there's like a specialist, like a therapist to go to. They could literally, like, because if someone has a irrational fear of flying, there's like programs.
I do.
Yeah, you got over it though yourself.
Well, I'm not really over it, but I am better, and it was hypnosis. Remember I did therapy, and then I bought this book that this guy makes, and he slowly and logically walks you through every part of the airplane as it's taking off, and it walks you. If anybody wants it,
because it's an irrational fear, like and lots of people go through have and crippling anxiety over irrational fears, and it affects their life so much, and like obviously.
Or I wouldn't want to fly home. Like sometimes with Tom Lawler for his fights, I'd be begging him to rent a car and drive back home. I'd be like, let's make a road trip out of it. Let's do it. Yeah. I'd be willing to spend way more money, rent a car, $1,000 one way. Too.
So there's got to be some sort of way, like a program that's worked for people that deal with hypochondria.
Like hypnosis, maybe?
Or microdose with hypnosis. There's got to be some aggressive. I mean, Seth, obviously you got the money. I mean, how much money would you pay?
But on top of that, I'm like thinking, why am I such a pussy or just a wuss and not disciplined enough to just kick it myself? That is the worst part of my own.
Well, it's not a pussy. I mean, you're not.
No, the fact that I'm not stronger than that.
Wired wrong.
No,
I'm not shitting. I'm not saying it's a slight.
But in some ways, I feel like it's wired so good and disciplined, and like we were talking about at the beginning of the show. But then why can't that carry over?
No, but it can be both. It can be both. Honestly, it is weird that somebody that has as many dedicated discipline traits as he has, those discipline traits aren't applied to the hypochondria, but that is the way it works.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the wiring that's messed up.
Listen, because it's funny. You're not a pussy. We know that. You fought some of the the Bob Sapp thing. I still no one can ever call you a pussy just based on that alone.
Well, that's the control factor. I was in control of all those situations. I'm not in control. I'm in limited control of what happens inside my body and those sort of and on a plane.
1,000,000%.
So man, look up Google how to cure hypochondria.
I did.
Okay,
so there's no quote unquote cure, but you can make progress by cognitive behavioral therapy, counseling, psychology, desensitization, psychoeducation, exposure and response prevention. They're all different types of therapy, essentially.
I mean, have you ever?
That sounds a lot.
Learning to
also antidepressants.
I've been to therapists many a times.
Have you been to a specialist on hypochondria?
Not a specialist.
I think it's worth doing it, right? Like, because, what if it's?
I'm just too. I don't know.
You're not. You were about to say something incredibly inaccurate. You were about to go. Maybe I'm just lazy.
Because I should do that. I guess I just think that it's mental, so it's something different than my.
You're just not doing it because
that's why you need the therapy because it's mental.
No, I know what he's doing. He's in his routine. The normal routine is to go to the doctors, get checked out. He knows he's going to get the okay. I know I'm going to get the okay.
Right. But then
and when you get the okay, you feel better for about a month and a half, 3 months at the most, and then you do the cycle all over again. The idea would be to break the cycle, like Tom's saying, get him, do what you're doing because it does help, but then get that hypochondria specialist in there, and then that would probably break the cycle.
Because
that would just be I don't know what I'm talking about. Obviously not that intelligent and certainly not a doctor.
I mean, what could it hurt? Right?
Do you have the willpower to
go
to a specialist?
Yeah, he's trying to fix you now.
Because
look at him, he's daring you.
Because think about it, like you have the willpower to eat clean, exercise every day, business is great.
God, you're like a fucked up Tony Robbins.
But
with
this is
regular teeth.
The one thing that probably, if you read about it, people have been cured from, or at least significantly helped by like hardcore therapy. Now it's probably expensive, but it's great because Seth's got the money to pay for it. He'd probably, if you ask him today, like, would you pay $10,000 to never have hypochondria again? He'd probably pay it in 2 seconds. Of course you would. So I mean, it can't be much more expensive.
That's
for
a lot of Letterman jackets.
I could get one for every BDM or that.
It's the same as me not being able, and I think a lot of people not being able to even eat right or exercise or whatever. It's like hard to do, and then God,
because it's I don't know, man. Like I don't think I can. And there's nothing anyone can tell me besides physically making sure I'm okay that you don't need to. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like, about
you want to see it on the
paper.
Well, they're not going to be like me. You're like, wow, why are you being such a pussy? You're fine. Look how ripped you are. Get out of here. Like
that's what Tom does to me.
They're a professional that probably goes through certain things and like programs and stuff.
Specialize.
You know, so it's like no therapist if you're deathly afraid of flying and you've never flown because you're scared of crashing and stuff, and you go to a therapist, you're going to be like, oh, just fly. Don't statistically you're not going to crash.
No,
that doesn't help.
That's not how they work.
Irrational fears. You go through a process and you come out of the other side, and that's the whole thing. And I think you could be cured by a professional.
I agree.
I don't know about cured, but maybe it might help me a little bit.
Yeah, you get better.
Well, what if you were to the point where you just thought about it every once in a while?
And you can talk yourself down,
Talking myself down.
And you didn't have to get the tests. You just got normal tests for your age. I think, imagine a life like that.
Yeah, for my age now, it's going to be a lot of
well, for your age and...
the good thing is I already had all the tests for my age plus about 20 more years.
All right,
you're fine.
Sorry, next story.
All right. So let's just talk about some bad stuff. A few months ago, a group of scientists warned about the rise of extinction denial as an effort, much like climate denial, to mischaracterize the extinction crisis and suggest that human activity isn't really having a damaging effect on ecosystems and the whole planet. Meaning there's a lot of species going extinct, and we're saying, humans are saying we're not the cause of it. It's just going extinct. Just kind of like we're not the cause of climate change. There's lots of species that are going extinct, and we're saying it's not our fault as well.
I'm okay.
So what I'm going to say, what I'm saying is,
I'm fully okay with it. The less I know about that, the better. Actually.
I mean, there's a list that just went extinct in 2020, and it's huge. There's like tons of species that went extinct.
When
in
it gets
2020.
to giraffe, then I'll start paying attention.
Yeah, give me something I recognize.
Well, that's what I wanted to do.
A hippo's gone. Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's just it. I wanted to name some.
Turn off the water.
You got to get to a big one, like when you
turn my truck off.
Even like some of these other ones, when you're like Pac-Man frog, I'm like, they're cool.
The rare bearded lizard of the Amazon.
I don't know. I'm not going to the Amazon.
If it gets to bird, then I'm like, oh shit, bird.
What? Regular? What kind of bird? Chicken? Oh fuck, we're fucked.
Okay, when you think just animals, though, what about 32 species of orchids?
Oh, you mean flowers?
So we're counting plants too? I thought we were animals. Okay.
Well, now you're just being a pussy if you're counting plants.
What do you got? The palm tree is gone. Holy shit! Goddamn, buy different shoes. No more palm trees.
Ladies and gentlemen, oak trees done.
I changed my behavior.
How are we going to get paper?
Orchids are pretty.
You can't make paper out of giraffe.
All right,
we were supposed to have a fun Friday today. And so far we've talked about rape, COVID, and extinction. And hypochondria.
Well, the COVID was a happier story.
Well, COVID's not real, so it's only 2.
All right, there's so you talked about frog. Not only a frog species, there's 22 frog species that went extinct.
I'm okay with that. I don't like frogs.
What? I love frogs. Really?
I mean, what do you love? What about
I like
yeah.
turtles. I like turtles and frogs. Those two
frogs
things
will do anything.
Am I still going to see a frog every once in a while?
Okay.
I can't put a frog in a Freddy Krueger Halloween costume from Wish.
Is it a bufo toad? Because those things need to go.
One of them was a splendid poison frog. So maybe we're not
splendid poison. That was an attraction in Orlando, I thought.
15% of mite species.
Mite?
The mites.
Yeah,
Nobody wants
yeah.
a mite.
Well,
the mites.
They may not look or sound important, Sam, but they play a key roles in their native ecosystems.
Yeah, like what?
It didn't say. It just says that, and it doesn't tell you why.
They fly around, they die, then some sort of
they
amoeba.
fly and die. Fuck them.
Some amoeba, it's all there. Although, long term, we're all fucked for sure.
Why can't shit like mosquitoes go extinct?
I'm glad
they will eventually when we go extinct.
I'm glad we're just seeing the beginning of it because by the time it gets real bad, I will be dead.
The beginning's fun. The beginning of it's fun because you get rid of some of the shit we hate.
yeah, like fuck the mites.
Yeah,
but this is going to be, real
bad.
It's
like guys who start to lose their hair. When you lose a little bit in the front, you look like a tough ass. But when you lose all of it, you look like a comic book store owner.
Max,
way different.
Max will be dressed like S&M for whatever he's driving the dune buggy.
Oh,
it'll be bad for them.
It's easier to drive a
At
dune
least
buggy.
his name fits.
But he's not.
There it is.
Yeah, but he's
Tommy, you're fucked.
It's not the movie. But the movie's different.
Oh no, you could be the nerd that gets the balloon or whatever the scientist.
It's hard.
They always need a scientist in the end of the world, so either fly a balloon
That's true.
or
purify the water or something. Yeah.
The movie's called Dancing Max, which is way different. Not as much aggression.
A Japanese bat, a praying mantis from France, that's called Pseudodiceria brevipennis. The name is brevipennis.
He chases the other praying mantises.
False. I don't even know what these things are. You're right. There's a lot of bullshit things.
Yeah. So this is what happens.
This is
all the bullshit dies.
A South African plant,
which is just telling us that other stuff will die, but we're all laughing. We're like, I don't care about. And then you're like,
a fish from Kazakhstan.
All whales are dead. Oh my god!
Yeah,
there will eventually, like my sons will be like, there's nothing left. Like it's all dead. They were like, and they're like, it started with the mites. Why didn't you do anything with the mites?
Lots of toads.
We laughed.
I'm okay with it.
we laughed at it.
I
we said,
am too.
All right,
we don't.
I mean, like, what am I supposed to do? What am I going to run out there and grab a couple of them, put them in an old fish tank, and put a leaf in there with a little bowl of water?
I look at it like this. I'm like, well, if is what I'm gonna do gonna change it? Like, everybody's doing. They're ruining it more than me. So, like, what does it matter? I think
it's definitely. I point at somebody and I go, "It's your fault."
Like,
it's not mine.
You know what I'm weird about is like, and I don't advocate littering or anything like that, but like bottles on the ground and plastic cups on the ground. No offense, but the animal that is going to make that its home and ecosystem has no clue whether that's an actual, rock or native thing.
So you have to leave it. You have to leave the trash on the ground.
Like, what's the difference?
I agree
besides in the ocean,
my wife again.
besides in the ocean where something might eat it and choke and die, what would be the issue of having a plastic cup on the ground or it's home for some ants or for some praying mantis or a toad's little home or something like that? It doesn't know the difference. Their
trash cup home. My
God. Besides us being like, ew, that looks ugly.
If you mess with that, you're a bad person.
It's like I'm back home and you're digging the 6-pack holder out of the trash, screaming at me as you cut
Butler
it up.
does that, and he cuts them up, and then I go back and I use a lighter to melt them all back together. It's really weird.
Smaller.
But it's still gonna kill the turtles.
And he does. He's like, this is turtle size. This is blue jay size.
I do them in all different sizes. The smallest. What's the smallest I've done? Muskrat.
Oh yeah, he's like muskrat. He's like, this will get him good.
I was like, whatever it takes to choke them all.
Jesus, hey Pokemon.
I think that's the first time you've said it correctly.
It is when he was being mean dad. He's like, they're dead. Pokemon. Call Vann. Pokemon.
All right, this one it was late last night and I just had to pick a last one. So
right. This kid doing his homework.
If you just told us, I would just assume that you tried really hard.
I did on everything else. I do actually look, but
just reverse the sentences in your opening paragraph and make it your closing paragraph. I used to do that shit I take the sentences, put the bottom one at the top and the bottom.
We don't have
sign it.
We don't have to worry about this either because we don't get snow here. But just so you guys know, it's not just yellow snow that you have to watch out for.
Brown snow.
Well, it might. white snow. While it might be tempting to chomp on an icicle, they can also be extremely gross. This is why one meteorologist is warning against plucking off one from your home and taking a bite or a lick.
You could be eating Cumcicles. I'm meteorologist Chance Thompson.
I've never seen Butler. Have you seen this? Like anybody break an icicle off and just start sucking it?
It's fucking water off your roof.
Yeah. When I'm in Colorado,
I honestly can't stop myself. When I'm in
Colorado, I see kids doing that. When I'm in Colorado, I visit when I go skiing. I always
want to go suck on some icicles
and shit like that.
If you break off icicles, you start eating.
Yeah. Or from a rock. It doesn't have to be from a roof anyway.
What?
I don't see non-special people breaking out icicles and eating them. Anyway, what happened?
So he says what Butler said. When icing forms, it's water that melts off your roof and runs down the side of a building. Well, here's the thing. You know what else is on the roof? Bird shit. Lots of it. And the water picks up and freezes it in the ice. You're eating poop.
You're talking to yourself.
To yourself, you're eating poop. He's reading his phone and licking an icicle. He's like, if you are licking an icicle, you're licking it off your roof. It is, guess what's in there? Tons of bird shit. Oh, this is interesting. Lick, lick, lick.
I just wanted to finish finish what I had from
but it's not. I mean, it's not just white. It's
not like it's a Mickey bar.
It's got some elements. I'm sure all food has.
Oh, it's watered down.
Fecal matter.
Watered down. I mean, we've all put poo in our mouth today.
Yeah,
I feel like
some sort of
micro poop.
Micro poop particle has flown into our mouths
at all times. Watch this. There it is. Now everybody's got it in their mouth.
Whenever you itch your butt and smell it, you're getting poop in your nose anyway.
What are you talking about?
My God.
Your girlfriend's still watching it. She's scrolling.
Oh, no, she saw something worse this past
The volume's down.
Okay, you said you want to talk about this?
I don't want to talk about it, but it just fell into this. Oh, it's not a big deal. No, it's stupid. It's minor compared to what I normally talk about.
Okay, whatever.
So, my stomach, I said, has been upset lately. I haven't seen a doctor and stuff like that. So I've had way more gas than normal.
She found your underwear in the closet.
No, I make sure I take care of that before she sees that. That's too far. So I got out of the shower and she's next to me. She's drying her hair and I had to fart out of the shower. So I'm trying to do it where it's not crazy ripping because it would rip hard and bad and I'd blam it bad. Yeah. So I was trying to tense up and just squeeze it. So I was like a longer, easier one. And as I was doing that, I didn't realize I was started drizzling pee and started peeing at the same time. She hears something. She looks over. She's like, you're fucking peeing.
You're incontinent, dude.
Caesar did that. I grabbed Caesar. I heard his leg. And I startled him out of his sleep, and he just started pissing on the comforter. And you could just hear it, and he could hear it too. And he was like, "What is that? What the fuck is that?" He was the one pissing. He's like, "Someone's pissing in here."
My boyfriend doesn't know what he's peeing.
This is getting bad.
So you just sort of pee
I'm farting. I am farting though, and I'm like, I'm kind of laughing because I'm farting. And she looks. She goes, "What the fuck?" I look down. I'm like, "Oh," and it's just like a drippy hose, but not like
a drippy hose.
It's almost on, so it's coming out, but not full out, but not drip.
Yeah, it's like when I leave my RO faucet.
I would definitely tell the doctor that.
Yeah, so I was like,
"Oh, yeah, that's bad."
Yeah, well, that's what happens.
But I was squeezing, and I didn't realize that.
It's like a water pick.
Your prostate, you can't.
I hold my foreskin when I fart, and then I fill the balloon up.
I hold my foreskin constantly.
Then usually I go outside and I just right out the leg hole. I'm just
it's like holding the puke in your mouth.
Oh.
I do one of these.
Who can do that?
Sprays out everywhere.
God damn it! All right.
She was cool with it though. She's a trooper.
Yeah.
Apparently. Yeah.
I don't know.
Stormtrooper.
I don't know what the hell is it.
All right. Well, break time?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Oh, my God. That's funny. What are we doing here? Oh, this is a brand new music from the band Come Closer. The name of the song is Get It Wrong. It is a single, so we'll probably get more music very, very soon. 1-844-TOM, the letter NDAN. If you'd like to call, show@tomanddan.com for emails. Call. Oh, I did that. We'll be right back. want to freestyle, buddy?
It's not even.
Come on, do
hip-hop
2021.
Welcome back to Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
Tom.
Samantha, Butler, and Seth Petrozelli. All hanging out on a big first Friday free show of 2021.
Let's do Dump 'em Out.
Oh, God damn, sorry. I should have been ready for that.
Right into it.
I know. You're like, oh, this guy's a goddamn slave driver. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot we got a video.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
See, this is I haven't done this in a minute. We'll
I'm gonna. I think we should all try to make Friday free shows. Like reasonable length. Sometimes we get into 2 hour and 50-minute shows.
Yeah,
and we've done that.
yeah,
Then I was like, too long. No one's got the time.
No.
I feel. I feel like everybody nowadays, like, there's so much stuff out there. It's like, don't do 5 hours.
No, I get it. Yeah, Dump 'em Out is
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it didn't work. Let me try it this way. No, it's not gonna work. And there it is.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump 'em out and play. I wanna see your topics. Ooh, I wanna also see your bottomics.
Dump 'em Out, brought to you by Precision Doors or whatever.
I was getting excited, and then I just saw that one fupa dump out.
Yeah.
Everything was great. And I was like, yeah.
Take them up high, bring them down low.
yeah. Ruin it. Always got to ruin it.
Always got
I
to
was zoned in real nice, and then that happened.
Precision Door of Central Florida, 407-710-BDMS. Give them a call. Silent package. If you need a new door, Tom and Dan discount, 5% new door. Precision Door of Central Florida.
Indeed.
So, okay. First topic is Samantha's Grift truck. So,
the time has come.
Let's talk about this. So no more Grift truck, right?
No more grifting for me.
Bye, Grift truck.
It's in your garage.
It's sitting in my garage.
Oh,
I'm
no.
hiding it from the neighborhood.
Put it Put it like 3 houses down.
Right?
And walk back.
I didn't talk to you guys about this beforehand.
Oh,
no.
Are
we going to talk? No.
He's got a gun.
Are we going to talk about your new car? I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't talk about it yet. I don't know. It's up to you guys. I don't care.
New car.
So Samantha got a new car, and so now the Grift truck is
up for grabs.
It's in your garage, and you're like, we need to do something with it. I'm like, we're gonna do a bit with it.
Well, there was a BDM a while ago that reached out to me that said if I ever wanted to sell it, to let him know. I don't remember who the hell that was, so if that guy wants to hit me back up, maybe.
I think I want to say it was
a hunk of shit.
I want to say
it's not great.
It's a death trap.
John the Alarm Guy or Tom Rhodes, baby.
Driving it is like driving the 90s.
Yeah,
being scared out of your mind.
It's a 2002, sir.
Yeah, it's a Ford Ranger.
Everything is manual.
It's Ford Ranger.
I'm sorry, like I got roll down manual windows. The AC doesn't really work.
No.
I would totally.
We take it to
Gillis. The back window leaks. You know.
I mean, it's not fun.
It's not.
Now, I'll throw this out there. I am in the market, and it is my dream to have an old truck. I just don't want that one.
I feel
you could fix it up. I mean, you don't have to take it like that, and then put some money into it and fix it up.
I don't know if it's worth putting money into, right?
My sleeves are telling me we should blow it up.
Well, I want to get money.
I want to Ryu it first, please.
Could we do the midair T-bone with it?
Yeah, well, that's what my sleeves want.
Yeah.
They also want me to do every listener gets a hammer, and they get
one paid for a wax.
But let's do ones that don't make sense. Let's do old ones. Let's do Shaq's leaving Orlando. So come down and let's do
burn your Shaq
throwback, burn your Shaq jerseys, and come down and whack the Grift truck to show Shaquille O'Neal that we're not going to take his bullshit anymore. Let's do old ones so people think we're crazy.
Yeah. Well, I guess we need to find out what we're going to do with it because it's blocking the inside of your garage.
Yeah, it takes up way too much space. Full transparency, Dan was nice enough to offer me to have his mother's old car.
Buy my mama a car.
So I want to get some money so I can give it to him for that. So I don't want to destroy it unless somebody wants to.
Dan. I think I'd rather give it. Dan doesn't need money. You're rich.
I'd rather blow it up or I don't know.
There it goes. That's the 90s.
Can we let Seth chop it like Street Fighter?
Yeah, I want Street Fighter. You guys know what I'm talking about? The Street Fighter.
They break up the car and then earn the points.
I will totally do that.
Do you think?
I'll punch through the window. I'll do it.
If given a week's time, and
how much damage could you do?
I can punch a lot with my hand. It feels nothing right now.
Hold on, you're worried about your heart and your.
I don't care about that's not gonna kill me. I can punch through fucking anything with these two knuckles and it won't hurt at all.
Hold on,
bash through shit.
So how?
That's pretty cool.
If we
so much damage that you're just like impervious to damage at that point.
So what if we put we put the truck in front of your house and we have a webcam?
Well, not in front of my. I live in Lake Yellow Heights. Get the hell out of my.
All right.
Okay. What if
we'll go to Castleberry to do this?
What if we go full tank of gas? Butler's in the truck, naked. He gets $1 for as many miles as he can get down the road.
Oh, okay. So.
I just think of like a zany.
We send Butler to Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, in the truck.
Yeah.
Cross country. He's got to go from. He's got 1 week to go from Orlando to L.A.
Yeah, with Remy.
Switch masks.
Okay. Oh.
Check the COVID stats, and then drive back cross country with Remy to Orlando. If you don't make it, you fight the midgets.
People watch.
Do they?
People
do they really? They would watch it. That's the embarrassing shitty part is that people would. We'd have the highest numbers we've ever had, and that's the shitty embarrassing part. And you guys should all fucking be ashamed of yourselves because we want better too.
Yeah, but there's 30% of our audience that will be like, "Oh God, I thought you were better than."
Yeah, but they still fucking watch. Don't fucking lie to me, dude. These are the same people.
They judge us, but they'd still watch.
Yes, of course.
Oh, then we'll get a reinsurgence of the people like, "I knew you said it wrong." All the characters come back.
Yeah, they're all back.
They're like, my horns popped off. So anyway, we got to figure out what we're gonna do with the Grift truck, and I guess we'll. Do you think you could punch it till it doesn't work anymore?
I think I could do that.
No, it starts.
I could hammer fist the front down the engine mount. Like
I want you to wheelhouse kick those side mirrors off.
Could Big Tim Murphy fit?
I would do that.
Hold on, this Tim fit in that truck?
Yeah, he drove it, remember?
Yeah.
He originally drove it to a mechanic.
Yeah. Oh, well, he could now because he's skinny now. He's lost a lot of weight.
He's got to take the seat out like Arnold for True Lies.
Yeah, what was that?
That's the Rona.
Jesus.
No, I laughed like Arnold. I was like, you have to take seat down to dive.
But seriously, if I put up a $5,000 bet that you could, with only your fist, punch the truck until it doesn't start anymore.
Yes.
With you couldn't open the hood or anything. It's just fists.
Yeah, because I could bash the hood down, dent it enough where I would do.
I gotta
look at the truck. I don't know how much space there is.
You're not gonna go through the engine.
I think this is
but I can hit something on the
dumbest challenge I've ever heard of.
Fist of Fury.
Can you beat truck up enough to make something work?
Yeah, and I would.
I can.
I would open the door and I would fucking front kick the steering wheel and there's a whole column so you couldn't stick anything in it.
I don't know if you'd break.
I'll try to
break, right? Like you're punching the exhaust pipe.
Plastic.
Trying to punch it.
I'll go under this and kick off all the things underneath it.
I'd pay to watch it.
I feel like you talking to Seth. I feel like I'm eavesdropping a conversation between two pairs of truck nuts. Like it's the worst thing I've ever heard. Like you guys talking to each other. It's like in the middle. It's terrible, and I love every second of it.
I actually don't know if you'd be able to punch it
until
it doesn't work anymore. I think it's
what
impossible.
What if we blow it up with fireworks from Pyrospot?
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
The only thing is I wouldn't get money from it.
Well, you can do it for charity. Someone could bid enough. I don't know. There's something. There's an idea.
Okay,
if you got an idea, send it to us.
What if I put my? What if I put my daughter in there and then I pushed it into a lake?
What happened to Fun Friday?
I don't know.
All right.
I'm the guy. I'm
You brought the show down.
Where do I go from there? Yeah, I'm the fucking guy.
I got nowhere to go.
Yeah, so I'm the bad guy. Toast.
What's face to face? What's that?
Oh yeah. I was thinking
That's
about
a
this.
band. I love
I
Face
know.
to Face.
Also,
Listening to him yesterday.
So if you send your kid to school during COVID,
I don't do that.
It's
No,
called
no.
it's called face to face, right? Which makes it. My belief is that there should be a different term for it because the term face to face makes it sound probably worse than it is.
It's like combat.
When there's a group of people there, but it's also like during a pandemic, it's like why face to face is the thing they tell you not to do. And so I was like, they have a horrible name for like in school, and they should change that because then when you
in
tell
person,
it should be in person, but it's called face to face.
I think our guys use in-person learning.
But people, I've heard Crystal put up on her social media like, who else is sending their kid face to face? And I was like, well, that's a bad term. You're making it sound probably worse than it is. And then I was like, I equated to having sex with no condom if that was called blood dog. Because it makes it sound way worse than it is.
Right,
this is a high stand-up bit that I wrote. I believe.
You should have shelved that one.
I like it.
Blood dog.
Blood Dog Millionaire.
That's the name of the fucking show's Blood Dog. It has to be.
Ross, if you're listening, you can take that.
And I will gift you one blood dog.
I did blood dog last night, and people were like, "Oh, it's too far."
Man.
That's terrible.
Hold on,
Face to face is bad like blood
Blood
dog.
Dog is raw dog one
Write that better.
Please hold. I'm gonna save you because I can't let you go down like that. Let me look. Yep, right here.
Let's dump them out.
Hold on, Daniel. Right here, December 16th. Daniel decides to call vaginas pee butts. There you go. Taking a little heat off you.
Oh, are we
pee
gonna?
butts.
Did Summer send us another voicemail, or are we gonna call her? Okay.
Yes.
So during ACT this week, and by the way, if you don't listen to ACT, it's good. And I don't know why me and Daniel get into these moods like for
we shit all over it.
But if you haven't listened to ACT, and I've seen a lot of BDMs talk about how they love ACT recently. So
it's a good show, man. We've really hit a stride with it. I'm happy with it.
And during ACT, we were talking about game shows. Okay. Then Butler ran in here with if you listen to the award show, Butler's Tall Tales, he tells us one almost every week. And he ran in here
3 times a week, and I love that. It's like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday scenario, and I love it.
We were interviewing Joey Mazant, a friend of the show. He's talking about how he's been on a bunch of reality shows and like game shows. Then we started talking about game shows. Then Butler's screamed from the office, I was almost on Double Dare one time, my family.
No, he said he made it to the finals.
Family
Double Dare.
Yes, you're right. He said, I made it to the finals of Family Double Dare. And so we're like, really? And then so I got in here, and then he sat on the couch, and then he started telling a story that his family waited in line.
He spun a tale.
And he almost made it to the finals of Family Double Dare.
Which turns out means he just stood in line.
But he said that they didn't like the way that their family's height was angled because it would not have, it would have been like, I guess.
In the 90s, it was like early 90s, they wanted to go like tallest to smallest in family.
They wanted dad, mom, then all the kids ended up being
they want the traditional, pyramid of white privilege going down.
Right.
So so then we got a call from Summer, our good friend Summer, who's been on the show before. She's really familiar with Universal Studios.
She used to work out there. She used to work for this particular show or out there.
Is she not still working at Universal?
Yeah, she does, but just in different capacity because apparently
the husband's a big wig.
Yeah, this area would not like. Here's a message from Summer. Let's see if it plays here.
No.
Basically, what would happen is you would show up and you would get into a queue line, and you would take a tour of the studios. We had 2 sound stages. Excuse me. 2 sound stages, and we had these thing called tour tubes where you'd go up and you'd stand. They had these huge big windows, and you'd look down, and if we were taping that day or doing anything like that, you could actually see it happening. And a lot of times at that time, because I started working in the late 90s, a lot of times around that time between like 97 and 2002, we did like Figure It Out, we did Double Dare 2000, we did a couple other things. There was one called like What Would You Do? Slime Time Live was huge. That happened a lot. So you'd go do a tour and then at the end, if you were the first part of the tour, you would go to this thing called the GAC kitchen. And in the GAC kitchen, there was a GAC-meister there, which Mike and I both played, where things of the day, you had to like make GAC and you had to make slime for kids to taste. And then you showed them props from some of the big shows, like we had Orange Soda, Trekking and Kel. We had like Binya Binya from Gullah Gullah Island and all that shit.
Okay, hold on. There's more.
After that was done, you would go down to the show, and the show was called Game Lab, and you would put the parents on one side and the kids would go on the other. We had a red and blue team.
She's very thorough.
And it was run
Check out.
exactly like a regular format of a Nickelodeon game show. We had different games. The kids got to make fun of the adults. Like we had this Rugrat game where the kids would...
Well, long story short, what she's saying is that
this one might be here. Let's try this one.
Okay.
It is perfectly... I mean, it is perfectly, like, plausible, I guess, that he did audition for Family Double Dare, but that would have probably been in the early 90s.
It was. It was like 92, 93.
But
are you
from
sure?
What I saw of how they picked their contestants whenever they did Double Dare 2000 and Family Double Dare, they were picked from an agency.
So she's alluding that Butler just rated in the standard line, the Double Dare line.
It's like going to Universal and they're like, you go to the Fear Factor attraction, and then Butler's like, I'm on the show.
You know what? Get Mama Sue on the phone. She will back me up.
I'm totally lost in this whole thing.
Well, okay. Holy shit, I'm on American Idol.
What we're assuming is that Butler thought he remembered that him and his family almost got on the actual game show Double Dare, and he was doing.
He did the attraction that everybody can do. It'd be like if he went into Universal's Twister and he came out, he's like, holy shit, there's tornadoes in there, bro.
I was in the movie Twister. Or when you rode the bee for Honey I Shrunk the Kids back in the movie. Like I was in Honey. I was almost in Honey.
Wait, no.
Oh, was it Disney?
Christine, our resident pregnant lady who's been pregnant and in labor for the last 3 days, she says this is just like Butler seeing David Copperfield at Busch Gardens. Which is what we forgot. That was not on the list.
That's
we
right.
fucked up our own award show.
You're right. He swore he saw David Copperfield at Busch Gardens and it was just an actor and there was a show. It was like I was in when they were filming Indiana Jones.
You're at the stunt show, right?
I'm texting Mom and Dad right now. I'm getting a fucking answer.
They're going to finally tell you the truth, Butler, and you're not going to be happy about it.
I got a resounding yes.
Maybe they were confused.
It was a Family Double Dare audition in it was like 92 or 93 is right when the parks opened.
Why would he lie about something so stupid, though? Who gives a shit?
We're all. I wonder it every day. All right.
Unlimited money.
You guys heard that Elon Musk became the richest man in the world over Bezos.
Congrats.
And that was because Bezos divorced, right? We were talking about that.
I would imagine
right?
so,
like he would probably still be if he didn't have to give away
when she got the divorce, I think she became the 8th most wealthy woman in the world.
Yeah.
Just based on getting... a settlement or...
So I was talking with Butler and we were talking, and then apparently the Powerball's super high right now. And if you had unlimited money, because the power, obviously we're talking about, I don't know, the 135 billion and then a Powerball is hundreds of million. But if someone gave you $100 million, it's basically unlimited money, right?
Sure.
I mean, yes, I guess you could buy 2 things worth $50 million and be broke, but it's rare to, it's unlimited.
I could see me doing that.
Could you?
$50 million house, $50 million yacht. Oops. Andrew's like, where is it? I'm like, I don't know.
I didn't know we need money to
maintain. I can't afford the lights.
And if you really deep down think about it, could you have the discipline, going back to the discipline, to not let it ruin your lives, the people around you's lives? Or the do you think?
Because I'm frugal as hell.
Yeah, but naturally over time it would just ruin your life.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Yeah, I mean, some people think. I mean, here's the. I'm not going to say.
I think it ruins everybody to a degree.
I don't know if I'd have the discipline to do what it takes to not let it. Because even then, because now if everybody knew you had $100 million, all of a sudden,
don't tell anybody.
Friends and families' relationships
gets
weird.
Right?
Yeah. There's some. I mean, are you able to?
Then you would literally have to win it keep anonymity winning it, and then you could not tell anybody.
Or then you keep your same lifestyle. Then what's the point of even having the you're driving the Grift truck with $100 million?
No, you moderately make it better to the public, but then
you come in here, everything's the same.
Well, then that regular life,
and then you
like
get better.
Just be a cold-hearted bitch and be like, "Fuck you."
Like you're working, you're worth $400 million, and you're like, it's like 3:30, and I look at my watch, I'm like, I don't know, we got more to do. You better get in here. You'll be like, fuck you, motherfucker.
Why am I here?
Yeah, fuck you, short fry. Get the fuck out of here. I'm a $400 million bitch. Now, fuck you. You start beating me up. I hope you would. Punching me in the face.
I'm just saying. I don't know if if you seriously looked at it, and then we'll move on from this. But and we're honest with yourself, I think it would ruin most people and ruin your kids.
Andrea
and family.
reminded me there is a rule in Florida that you cannot stay anonymous when you win.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
really?
it is. Yeah, in other states you can, but hey, Florida's fun, isn't it? Because they want you to ruin your
life.
We
want to know who gets the money. The swamp people.
We want to ruin your life.
We're like, who's rich?
Who got the money? Get the airboat. Get it!
Yeah, let's take that. All right, pee training.
Pee training. This is really, really quick. If you want to train your pee, like I'm on new medication that's decreased my pee stream a little bit. This is good for you, Seth.
That's the opposite of my problem I've been having.
So you need to put on, what I like to do is I put my headphones on before I have to pee, and I put on any song by the hardcore band Hatebreed, and I push as hard as I can during Hatebreed's song.
Well, can it get better?
It's not. It's getting worse.
Is it always?
I have literally been pissing my pants every morning.
What if you massage your prostate?
What if
I don't know if that works.
I think it does.
How do I do it? Shiatsu or Swedish?
Have you touched
Which
that?
one is this? Which one is this?
Have I touched my prostate?
Yeah.
Like my
with a
finger in my
stick.
butt?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have. I don't know. I haven't done it on purpose,
with
but
chopsticks.
But I'm saying you could theoretically just reach your finger up there and rub it, right? Or touch it.
Yeah,
like a doctor does.
Milking the prostate.
I don't think my fingers are long enough.
Better
to
make
touch
it 2
mine.
fingers.
No, if the doctor is, you can do it.
No, I have a long butthole, so I have to go to ET.
There's nothing that can make it better. God,
How do you shrink that? Do I need it?
Yeah.
What if it's gone? What if they take my prostate?
I think you're gone.
Yeah. Well, no, there's people who get their prostate. Yeah.
Then you just have a bag to piss in.
Can you get an artificial prostate?
I don't know any of this.
Like a pump?
I don't know.
Like a little, what's it? It looks like a little piece of
so
broccoli.
If they take out your prostate, you do have no control over your pee-pee anymore?
Yeah, you're just literally.
You're looking at me like you want an answer.
I know.
Come on, Dawg.
And you know what? That's very un-Butler-like, because normally you give an answer and you have no idea what you're talking about.
1,000%, boss, back to you.
I mean, because
gotta pick my battles, man.
I think there's a lot of people
feeling bad about that double dare lie.
that get their prostate removed, and I never hear about
it. Just goes in a bag. I think it just goes through. Like once it just drips into a bag. You don't feel anything.
No,
I don't.
You have to put a bag on.
Can I just put my penis in a I'd like to put my penis in a small trash bag and then put a rubber band around it.
That's essentially what the bag is.
And then I was like, no, but I don't want it. No, I'm going to do them a little more natural style. I don't need
the bag has a catheter.
I don't want a catheter. I want to do it right out of my dick hole. And I just want to put a tube on it. And
Gatorade bottle.
Yeah, and then put like what are those? Those clamps you tighten.
Yeah, I know.
Like
pool equipment.
Yeah, no, like the ones I use when I'm doing like hoses on a scooter when I'm running fuel lines and shit.
A clamp.
Like a metal clamp. You tight out, clamp. Oh, that's a little tight. Back out, and then I give it like a 3/4 turn to tighten it. You got to tighten it during the day to loosen up. Depending on when you relax or time of day heats up. But I think that would be better than a catheter.
What's editing karaoke lyrics?
Oh, my wife. I can't sing karaoke with my wife. She's so much of a nerd that when she reads the lyrics off of the goddamn YouTube and we're just trying to sing karaoke lyrics, she starts correcting all of the grammar and all the fucking songs.
What do you mean?
That's weird.
Like I forget what song it was. Like it was like I don't know. So it was like
songs don't make sense.
Like that Chris Stapleton starting over or like that's like I'm singing the song and she's just reading the lyrics and it's like a lot of like you give me my. It's like country song. It's like a lot of like yip dip dip and she's correcting it and like pausing the song. It's like no, that's wrong. That's incorrect.
Come on, homeboy. Yeah. It should be
exactly. And I'm like, it's the wrong tense, and she was ruining karaoke night, Dennis Family Karaoke Night. My daughter got that James Corden.
I've never done karaoke night
the
before.
carpool karaoke.
Oh yeah,
and it's great. You Bluetooth it to your phone, and then you Bluetooth your phone to a Bluetooth speaker, and then you can use it's like a Mr. Microphone, like an updated Mr. Microphone. It's got echo
cool.
on it.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. Like it's really, really fun. And so you just pull up YouTube karaoke and you sing. So Maisie loves singing. So we've been doing some singing. Daddy likes singing, and Mama's no fun to sing with. She corrects all the fucking she's hacking and slashing, like with her grease pencil.
There's one giant flaw with the Vann family karaoke night, which is the fact that we can't read most of it. And then so like me, I'm like, can Maisie read the words?
No,
okay.
absolutely not.
I got scared. I was like, oh my god.
No, I mean like she just knows them from memory, but yeah, she can read like if and of and the and the normal sight words that kids her age.
Gotcha. So. What's New Year's Eve?
I think I already told that one, but just real quickly.
Become
a BDM, and you can hear that one. That's and I did the other one. I think we burned them all. That's great. Good job, 2021, we've never done that. We have yet to burn through all, dump them out. I think we finally did it this time. But yeah, I had really bad sex on New Year's Eve that you can hear about on the BDM show.
So, semantics. I know that you've announced that you've changed scheduling.
Yeah, so instead of doing one show a week, we're going to start doing one every other week starting 2021, just to give some more time for me and my husband to actually, enjoy our weekends because all we do is work.
Good call.
And this week, we are going to have from the Semantics Fantasy Football League, the commissioner, Jesse Madonna, as well as the champion, Josh Lund.
Oh, really?
And we'll be recording tomorrow, Saturday.
Man.
And I'm on vacation next week, so have fun, boys.
Wahoo.
I know things are. Every time you're on vacation, there's the.
I've made.
We're like, who's here?
I looked at the calendar.
What is the agenda for you guys?
And it is slam fucking packed.
Yeah.
Y'all are fucked. It's Butler's producer.
Oh yeah. I love it. Double dare for everyone.
Yes.
So, how close is your gym to being done?
It's supposed to have been done a week ago. Like that was my goal from the beginning.
Well, what happened?
It's just permitting is the worst. The absolute worst of the worst.
Dojo, more like a slow Joe. Am I right?
I'd argue with
you. Don't kick me.
I deleted one bathroom, had to upgrade another bathroom to ADA compliance. Once I did that, it opened a whole can of worms to add a mop sink, make sure the
worms
plumbing.
in your bathroom is disgusting.
It was a lot.
Sink.
It took me 6 weeks just to go back and forth with the city to finally have to talk to the head guy in charge of permitting. I think I talked about this already about having one bathroom. They wanted me to have two. I was like, there's no room for it. This is absolute overkill. It's pointless.
Tell them it's men only, bro, Joe.
Yeah.
Is there?
I was playing the other way.
There's got to be some sort of bribery with these people, right? Like,
it helped that they knew once they. I pulled the. I didn't say, "Do you know who I am?" But when I sent the emails,
you know who I am.
I explained who I was, and this and that. I even threw in. I'm actually. I'm a podcast guy.
Oh God!
You did the
no. But they knew who. Once he heard Seth,
drunky bear, me no little man.
He was a fan of MMA and knew I was.
Me no midget, me no drunk, me no tall, me no dumb, me no guys, me read news.
So he's an MMA
me have girlfriend, me pee on floor.
Pretty much. That's pretty much what happened.
And
I finally got approved. Then I got all my rough-ins done, my mechanical, my plumbing, my electric, my framing, all that literally just got passed yesterday. Throughout this past week, so now I can start drywalling, tile-walling, putting fixtures up, and I'm gonna get on that. That stuff I was waiting for. It's literally been sitting, waiting for these permits to get.
Are you gonna have the wooden pole with the sticks out of that? Yeah. You're gonna have the stick pole.
Are you talking about the dummy that you hit, or the ones that display my bows?
No, just like wooden pole with
it looks like a boring tiki pole, but then off of it are little sticks.
That's a practice dummy.
Yeah,
that's a wooden dummy. That's a Wing Chun wind dummy.
Okay.
No, Wing Chang Wong dummy. That sounds racist.
No, what's racist is you thinking that was Japanese. That's actually Chinese, and it's in Kung Fu studios, not Japanese karate studios.
Okay. What else are you gonna have in there?
I'm getting a traditional torii, which is a Shinto shrine as an entrance, like legit huge, done the specific color red that they're done in Japan as the entranceway to the dojo. It's gonna be badass.
Where do you get that from?
We're hand building it. Me and a couple students.
All right.
That'll be fun. Then I'll have a story behind it too.
Yeah, actually, not more my student than me. I'm helping a little bit.
Okay, so it's your
it's like your dad's scenario.
No, my dad. It's a guy named Joe. He's a great guy, Joe.
So you're hiring a guy
Is that the 75-year-old student you have?
Yeah,
oh my God! Don't let the old man do
He
all the
asked
work.
me. He asked to do help.
This is elderly
He's like,
abuse.
I can help. I'm like, Ed, it's okay. Don't worry about it. He wants to come hang drywall. I'm like, Ed, don't you don't need to be doing that.
Is your girlfriend gonna be there?
There it is.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Maybe
Because if
that's
I were
it.
75 years old,
Yeah,
I joined his karate
yeah.
studio, then miraculously his girlfriend comes away as a student. I'd just saying I'd be a little more motivated.
I mean, my girlfriend is a
Kick and
student.
punch.
So if that helps sell memberships, come see me. I'll make her wear sports bra under that gi every single time.
Come on, man.
Tracy, you're good with that.
Hey,
right?
come to my karate dojo.
Pimping out his girlfriend.
Watch my girlfriend pee in the bed.
Oh my God!
No, I didn't say that. But you can watch her do high kicks.
Do you like karate? Do you like old men watching my girlfriend pants in the bathroom, brother?
Are you?
I always have the worst
Are you the
advertising
head
for my
sensei?
fucking gym.
No,
This is bullshit.
No, are you?
What do you mean am I the head sensei? Yeah, in that
Okay.
dojo, yes, but I have my sensei, who Daichi, so my buddy's father is my Shihan, so that's my sensei, my instructor. He lives in Cape Coral. He comes once every 3-4 months for testing. He tests everybody.
Does he look more like a traditional sensei? You know what I'm saying? Like
I want him to look like Charlie Daniel.
An old white Irish guy.
Okay, I don't know. It's just like, that I think karate sensei.
I want him to walk
No. You don't, you're thinking out of shape, fat.
I want
No,
him
he's not that guy.
I want him to look like the old man from Pawn Stars.
So when do you think it's going to open up? And
My-
can people sign up now? How much money?
Yeah, of course. I'm still teaching out of the jungle. Like I've been going for 2 years out of the jungle,
Okay.
in the back of the jungle. Yeah, we've had it's great.
So it's already going. And you're moving
It's already
into-
going. Oh yeah,
okay.
and I'm signing up. Doing great on sign-ups. The majority of people right now are in their 20s, but I have lots of 30s and 40-year-olds, and then of course some 60s and one 70-year-old. And I'm starting once we move to the new location. I'm starting kids as well. 5 to 13 is my kids class, and I'm really trying for February 1st. I'm really trying. So, but I'm realistically maybe the first week or second week of February.
Cool.
But February 1st is my push date. I'm gonna bust ass to get it done.
I need to get Max in there because we got Max one of those punching balls that are on a stick
is it
with
like
a
it?
spring
Oh,
at
nice.
the end.
Spring?
Yeah, spring punching ball. Always punch it.
Punch it. Did it come back down and smack him like old school?
No, he punched it fast. He's
good.
like jab.
Oh.
That's cute.
Yeah, then he's like, I like boxing, punching it. Then Tommy starts dancing by him. Like,
He's his hype man.
my wife's videotaping Max, and he's like dish, 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 and then like doing like a Floyd Mayweather thing, and then Tommy Skeleton dances by. I'm like, that's my son.
Yeah, you gotta have a little bit
Like
of
a
this.
scarecrow.
You should
dance.
show him Rocky.
No, I know. Oh, I don't know what.
No.
Yeah, it's not appropriate.
I could send him a really cool old 80s Japanese documentary on old school karate. It's really bad.
But he's like me. Does he have to
like
learn
it.
all the bowing and the respect
Yeah,
part?
he just wants to
That's
walk
what I'm
in.
trying to. Do you want him to grow up with some discipline and willpower?
Oh wow, we just went full circle.
Yeah, exactly.
Hypochondria.
Yeah, we really did
He
it.
just wants to punch. Like, he's gonna
He
get bored.
can do that. He's going to punch a lot, but he's going to learn how to punch properly and focus that punch. So when he punches, it's the kill.
Oh, my God.
But can he do it right when he gets there? Because he's gonna be bored. I know my
Oh, he won't be bored. I'm making him
like,
bored.
you get something. He's like, okay, the bowing thing. He wants to chop the boards, punch.
I'll make him do that. I'm not going to be an American style dance karate studio.
'Cause
They have him do that a lot. This is more hard.
Can I have a
I'm
say?
going to beat his leg with a shinai.
Because I'm paying for it.
What's dance karate?
So-
where they run in circles?
No, it's the American karate where they do it to music and they do all this acrobatics, and it's not actual stuff that'll
Gotcha.
be working on fun. And I don't like talking crap about other karates.
No,
they
I
can
see
do
what
what they
you're
want.
saying.
If they want to make money and do that, then go for it. But it just gives other karate bad name. So
Don't let my wife throw her parent. She's like, it's okay for kids to be bored. Don't let my wife throw her fucking fakakta parenting device in the fucking.
I'm gonna start my own.
I don't know. I mean, her kid's doing pretty well.
Is she? I don't know. All I do is get bullied.
Like, what if I open up a dojo next to Seth's, right? And mine
What's it
was
called?
focused-
Slow Joe.
No, but I have a bunch of boards, and the first day, everybody.
Why don't you just call yours kicking boards?
Yeah. And then it's literally first day you come in, and they're like, "Get this board."
Dude, that's a liability
And
and a
it's
half.
all you do is the fun parts of karate.
It's either being bored or kicking board. Your choice.
Yeah, I don't want to. You go in there,
Kicking
and it's
boards.
like, first we're going to learn how to relax. I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
You know,
Close your eyes, bow to some false flag.
Yeah. You're like, focus on
it's
the
not even bowing.
energy.
You're just showing respect to the showman
Now
or the
lick your
founders.
sensei's toes.
I don't want to like focus on the energy. I'm like, just give me the board. I want to chop it in half.
No, but he's gonna have to learn all of his katas, right? Like
Oh,
his
yeah.
forms.
all his forms, all his kihon, which is the basic techniques.
You don't want to do that part.
Techniques. All right.
But if you want can I give my karateoforlando.com
There
is
you
where you
go.
can go to that. And actually, guys, I've got a whole surge of, I don't know why, BDMs asked me about the diet, and I've sent information, and a lot of them are still
New Year's. So everybody's trying to...
Well, I didn't even think of it.
Yes,
I have a
indeed.
guy that just emailed me. He started in July. I think that's when I first started it.
Yeah.
And he's lost 65, close to 70 pounds.
Yeah, we have a
since,
listener that hit me up that's done. Might be the same guy. It was an older email, but he'd lost 45 pounds.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because of
so,
the diet. So
if you guys want
congrats.
information, you can always find me on Instagram at SilverbackSeth, and you can message me and I can send you information about that.
There you
Cool.
go.
Awesome.
All right. Anything else?
I think that's it. Oh, if you want to be a part of our texting service, just 844-866-6326. Text BDM, just the letters BDM to that. It'll auto text you back saying you're in, and then once you're in, you'll get text from us. We got a new hat coming out in about a week and a half. We'll text you guys. Obviously, it'll be on the BDM page too, but it's Daniel designed it, and I think it's going to be pretty popular.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
And if you have ideas for this Grift truck,
Yeah.
let us know
yeah,
because
yeah.
I got to get rid of this thing.
Yeah. We'll work on that next
Can we
week.
drop it out of a plane?
Can we all just throw shit at it?
Yeah, we can do that.
your
And
own,
then
Your own
what?
shit, your own human
drive by.
What if we
drive
had
by-
all
drive
of
by
our,
shitting.
What if
Yeah.
we had all of our listeners drive to a location and bring their own shit
Yes.
and put it in a bag
Dude,
in it,
I will
and then we go
sponsor this
park
event.
it somewhere?
I'll 100%
We
sponsor
could
it.
do
I know where to park it.
fishing
I
for
know where to park it.
scumbags again and put it on Craigslist and let Tom handle it.
Oh, do the
Now we're getting too
negotiation.
close to it. Then the next thing you know, we're fucking impractical jokers. I'm talking to him. He's doing a deal, and I got the earpiece in. I'm like, I'll start barking like a dog. Fucking stupid.
Pinch your penis and try to fart.
I sold a broken down old truck before, and it's all calls from Kissimmee for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody from Kissimmee wants it. I'm not just you live in Kissimmee, you like broken down trucks. Thumbs in. Anyway,
They don't like driving a car either.
All right, stop!
Wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.